Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. 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 What is going on, Gooseneck and Stefan Gaman? How are you guys doing? I am super tired. I will talk about my job in one quick second. Just finishing up a few audio tests. We got a shorter stream tonight, maybe about 2 hours, somewhere around there, maybe 2.5. But we are going to jump right into Halo Infinite's campaign. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to restart it so you guys can all see the first mission, which is epic. But we'll go ahead and use that epic song right there, or maybe not a song, but a syllable too. Song. Yeah, it's one syllable. We're going to use that as a mic check. Epic. Let me grab some wine here, guys. I'll be right back. Final mic check. 1, 2, 3. Final mic check. 1, 2, 3. We are going live shortly. And 3, 2, 1. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It is great to be here a little bit late on a Friday evening. Unfortunately, I had a whole lot of work that came into the very end of the day that I just simply couldn't get away from. Had to be pulled aside to take care of some things and didn't get done with work until almost 7 o'clock Eastern time. We're looking at 8:30 p.m. here. Had to run out, grab a little bottle here. We got some Christmas theme glass going on right here. Pretty excited about that. It's very 70s looking, but I'll take it. 70s weren't a bad time. I wasn't alive during it, but I dig the aesthetic at certain times of the year. Gooseneck says, doing good, Bauer. Haven't spoken much in past streams, but I've been here spectating. Yo, Gooseneck, thank you for that, man. It's good to have you here. Good to have each and every one of you here. Stefan Gaman, as always, great to see you. Been busy with life in general, but always love your streams, man. Dude, that's why I do this. If there's one person that enjoyed coming out and hanging out and enjoyed the content, man, that's all worth it. That's why I do this. It's to spend time together, do life together, and just kind of freaking geek out about video games and talk about everything in between. So I appreciate the kind words. Always appreciate you being here. Thanks for that. Great to have you here, as always. Thanks for taking the time to engage here, right here on the channel. So I'm very excited about tonight, guys. This is going to be an awesome showcase for those of you out there who have not really gotten an opportunity to look at Halo Infinite's campaign as of yet. We've got that drop on Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to play it until Thursday, but in the words of the great Chris Farley, oh my God. Holy crap, is it great. I mean, it's so great to the point that I don't even know how to really articulate it. So I thought, what better way to kind of show or to articulate it, then show it, right? That's what we're going to do here tonight. We're going to play some Halo Infinite campaign, which is such a wonderful take, not only on this traditional kind of campaign that Halo typically rolls out, taking risks by moving it to an open world format, but my goodness, this is the perfect amalgamation of all of the best parts of the older Halos, where your nostalgia lives, and the modern parts of the franchise, the good parts of the more modern franchises, just kind of mashed together in this perfect concoction that I think is just the best antidote, along with Doom Eternal, that the first-person shooter genre has seen in ages. And when I talk about an antidote, I'm talking about an antidote to that first-person shooter genre fatigue that is everywhere right now. When you hop into a broken Battlefield 2042, or you play the same Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward or Treyarch Call of Duty for the billionth time, where yes, they know what they're doing, they do a decent job, but it's all kind of par for the course. This game, again, along with Doom Eternal single player, is completely and totally revitalized and been a massive shot in the arm that this genre needs, and I couldn't be any happier that Halo Infinite's campaign is this good, that its multiplayer is this stellar. Together as one package, we have a very legitimate Game of the Year contender on our hands right now. By the way, which is not It Takes Two. Word on the street, and I don't give the Game Awards guys any credence, haven't for years. In fact, I say pretty often that the fact that it gets all the kind of coverage and attention that it does is a perfect example of everything that's really wrong with this industry. But hilariously, they gave, I guess, Game of the Year to It Takes Two, which is a solid game. It's a good co-op game, but it ain't Game of the Year material. I mean, it being even on the list is kind of hilarious, especially sitting there with Ratchet and Clank, also another title that doesn't deserve to be on the list. But yeah, this is why you shouldn't do Game of the Year, man, until January, because you have a December 8th title drop that is everything that fans could hope for. And of course, you're going to see the very vocal minority out there who are losing their minds and all upset that that's not a traditional Halo campaign, and the battle pass progression, even though it's free and you're not paying any money and there's no time limit and all that stuff. You got people complaining about everything because people are super entitled these days. I think more so than they ever have been, especially in this space. And man, just a total lack of context and perspective for these folks. But I mean, for those of you out there who even have kind of a shred of objectivity, if you play this game, I think you'll come away having to admit that it is just a stellar effort. Totally. So I put a video out about how I really thought this game was going to not be polished. It wasn't going to be ready. I am so happy to report that I was 100% wrong, because listen, the vast majority of the time when you see kind of some of the warning signs appearing, like we're trying to rush something in at the end of the year in a way that we miss Black Friday, the 20th year anniversary of the franchise, we miss out on all these major milestones. We won't delay the game, but clearly it doesn't appear to be ready. There's always an outlier somewhere far off the chart with an asterisk next to it that says, 1 out of 10 times, right? If you guys have ever seen The Little Giants, they talk, if we play these guys 99 times out of 100, we will lose, but that always leaves one time. Halo Infinite, Little Giants style, is that one time. Probably many people on the stream don't understand that reference, but the point is, I am so happy to report this game is not only an incredibly well-polished game, it's just a phenomenal return to form for one of the best franchises around in this genre, and I couldn't be happier to see it. And I also have a fresh pair of eyes coming into this, as well as a historic PlayStation fan who just got done playing through Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, and unfortunately Halo 5, which if you guys tuned into my stream the other night, obviously not a very big fan of. So seeing them return to form with this has been just an unbridled joy. So I'm maybe about an hour, 15 minutes into the campaign. I think it might make some sense to just delete the save data and start over for you guys on stream, because I really don't mind doing that. The game's that great where I'm like, I really don't care. So you guys let me know if that's something you'll be interested in. While we do that, I'm going to take a quick little sip here of of El Vino. Happy weekend to each and every one of you out there. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for hanging out here on the channel, spending some time here. And by the way, I know it's kind of like a basic look with, the ranting and raving, and there's no frame around my face here. 2022, I'm looking to make some serious improvements to the channel and the way that I'm presenting things. I might put some links up in some places and do some different things. I'm still putting some thought around what that might look like, but 2022, I think, is, God willing, going to be a pretty big year here for the channel, and I'm very, very excited for some of those things that lie ahead. But thank you guys, as always, for being here. Gooseneck says, or Stefan Gaman says, before we start, thought of VGAs if you've seen it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I shared. I didn't really look into what they, I didn't really look into what the Game Awards gave out. I just heard it gave the Game of the Year to It Takes Two. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's not that it's a bad game. I played it with my wife and my kids were there, but all of us were like, this is kind of cringy. I mean, the level design's really cool, and it was kind of fun playing through it, but like it's not Game of the Year material. It's not even close to Game of the Year material. Especially when you have like Metroid Dread sitting out there. Right, you got a game like Metroid Dread sitting there, or Forza Horizon 5, which wasn't even nominated. You put Ratchet and Clank on that list. I pretty much, guys, I just ignore the Game Awards. I always have. It's kind of like what the mass media does with certain events, outside of the games industry, where it's just like this coordinated effort to uplift crap that doesn't deserve to be uplifted or doesn't deserve to be celebrated. And they kind of just like force crap down your throat. Like last year, they gave everything to The Last of Us Part 2. I put a video out about why that game didn't even deserve to be on a shortlist for Game of the Year. It was a good game. It wasn't great. It was a good game. It wasn't Game of the Year material in a year where the Final Fantasy VII remake dropped, even though I really hate what they're doing narratively with that with a passion. But objectively, that was a Game of the Year contender. You had Doom Eternal. Oh, nothing else needs to be said. Doom Eternal. Just a year of so many powerhouse titles, and they end up just, for political reasons and narrative reasons, giving that The Last of Us, having it sweep everything. And I called it months in advance that not only would it be up for Game of the Year ridiculously, but that it would win in a bunch of places, and especially the Video Game Awards. And that's exactly what they did, like clockwork. I mean, the best thing you can do, guys, is do what I do, is you just don't take any credence to what the major gaming media tries to push you towards, because they are completely and totally 100% corrupt. They are completely and totally against your interests, and they had lost the ability to lead you honestly a long, long, long time ago. So, I just don't pay any attention to that. I recommend you do the same. Don't let anybody tell you something sucks if you like it. Objectively, obviously, there'll be certain things that maybe don't fit that bill where, objectively something sucks. But, I mean, the Video Game Awards, to me, Stefan Gaman represents everything wrong with this industry, and just the dishonesty, the disingenuity that's out there, because that was just what I did see. What was nominated ahead of time was an absolute travesty. It was also comedic gold, because that's the best thing you can do in situations like that, is you mock those things. So that's what I've been doing in my spare time. Haven't paid any attention to it. I'm too busy playing games that actually legitimately deserve to be up for Game of the Year, like your Halo Infinites of the world. Siler Hare says It Takes Two won, and I was happy. Well, I'm glad that you were happy. I can't think of a single compelling reason why that game should have been on Game of the Year, the shortlist for Game of the Year. I think that there should be a distinct delineation and difference between a game that resonates with you personally and games that are objectively medium changing, that uplift what is possible in the medium, or deliver absolutely stellar experiences from an objective standpoint. I'm not here to trash anybody who likes any game. I say this all the time. You guys could be playing Hannah Montana or Jerry Rice and Nidus football for all I care. All I care is that people enjoy this medium, they engage with it, and they get positively impacted by it. But I don't think objectively It Takes Two, that there's any real argument for why that should have won Game of the Year. It didn't do anything different it didn't do anything unique for the industry or the medium. I mean, in fact, the same company released it, not It Takes Two, A Way Out, a couple of years ago, which is a more mature kind of version of that, where the two player game, more mature story, really great game. but not Game of the Year material. But at the end of the day, I just really get frustrated with the artificial fakeness that's there. I mean, and Ratchet and Clank being on the list is such a disgrace. In so many ways, it's such a disgrace. Looks like we got this stupid bot that's back in here that I'm going to have to mute out on my side of the side here. So give me 1 second here as I report them and get rid of them. All right, there we go. So before we get started in the campaign here, let's take a quick look into live chat, and then we're going to hop right on in. You guys let me know. Do you want me to restart? Do you want me to restart the game and play it from scratch? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to delete my save. I got a decent idea of what's going on. I want to kind of explain to you guys what we're seeing, what's going on, and I want to show you as well a scene in this game that just resonated so strongly with me as a father of 2 girls at the very beginning of the game. This made me teary-eyed. You got like piano in the background, which is really cool, and essentially like a kid talking to their dad, and he's watching like a little hologram of it, and it just like it made my heart quiver. Straight up, man, it made my heart quiver. It got to me, and I didn't outright cry. Maybe, not even the single manly tear down the side, just a little bit of watery eyes. It just like it. They did such a good job, and this game feels so next gen. It looks next gen. It plays next gen. It's awesome, and just to be on the ring and looking around and watching the clouds move by, and the sound design with the wildlife that's there, and just freely being able to move around and do the things you want to do. It is such a triumphant move and risk by 343 Industries to take an established formula in a traditional single player campaign and move it to this open world format and do it in a way that is so engaging, that is so fun, that constantly is evoking all of the best parts from the older titles in the franchise and marrying it with the best parts of the new while eliminating all the filler that's in between. So I'm excited to show it to you guys. Let's do that here. But last but not least, let's take one more look at our live chat here tonight. Before we get started, let's see. Gooseneck says, I know you're a PlayStation guy, but doesn't feel good to see Xbox get their shine as a gaming community. Gaming is gaming. You can enjoy both. Absolutely. And I'm not really a PlayStation guy anymore because they just, the way they do business and the way that they've just kind of pillaged their user base and don't respect them in any way, shape, or form. PlayStation is kind of like, I'm trying to make them my least played and where my money goes the least. So it should be Xbox, ideally, Switch, and PlayStation. I will always have ties to PlayStation. There's no question. We talked a little bit about this on the stream the other night. I will always have, like the Wolverine game and Final Fantasy 14 and the Final Fantasy franchise in general, because you are out of your ever-loving mind if you think I'm not playing the hell out of Final Fantasy 16, right? So I'll always have PlayStation around, right? But I want to give the vast majority of my time and my money to the company that deserves it, and that's Microsoft. Everything that Microsoft is doing right now is player first, and they happen to have a better ecosystem and the infrastructure they've built out and all these things we've talked about before on this channel and on these streams, your Game Pass service, these giant, major exclusive powerhouse titles that, unlike the last generation, we know are coming and will be here because Microsoft has put its money where its mouth is and said, you know what, we learned last generation, we need exclusives. It's not enough to have the best technology. It's not enough to have the best structure and organization. It's not enough to have a great service. We got to get exclusive games that you can't play anywhere else, and seeing them shell out $8 billion for Bethesda alone, or ZeniMax really, if we're talking, if we're being honest, it's really ZeniMax Media, but to shell out that kind of money just for that development suite, let alone the other 22, 23 developers that they've invested in from all sizes, some with just some potential that are smaller and others that are huge juggernauts like Bethesda's of the world. It just shows me they're in it to win it. And honestly, I doubt that they're doing it to be good people or a good organization, because Microsoft is as big tech gets. Maybe they're just doing this to get back to the front of the pack. Then they'll start doing some of that BS stuff that Sony's been doing once they have the lead again. But either way, right now, this is the best place, in my opinion, for a gamer to be for a wide variety of reasons. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to play some Halo Infinite. Amblex, good to see you, as always. Welcome back to the channel. You as well, Siler Hare. Anymore, I watch it for the premieres, says Stefan Gaman. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the premieres for it. Didn't pay any attention last night to it. I got to catch up maybe this weekend. Gooseneck says, Little Giants was my favorite VHS that strung out in my VHS player. It was one of my saddest moments in my childhood as a 90s baby. Dude. Yeah, if I had the VHS of the Little Giants and I could no longer watch Becky the Icebox wreck Spike on that huge clutch play, not really, or Johnny running to his dad in the back of the end zone. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. We're getting some people on the stream that understand the references from this 35-year-old man. So that's good, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. I miss those big VHS boxes too, man, when they had the giant white foam or the white outside, the Disney box or whatever it was. It was so ridiculous and over the top. I often think it's crazy. My 6-year-old and my 3-year-old will never know what VHS is. Their equivalent of what my regular Nintendo was is like PlayStation 5. I mean, that's hard for me to comprehend, right? But fortunately, media. Yeah, we watched Home Alone the other night. We were all into it for Christmas. So there were some things that will stay around regardless of how much time goes by. Amblex says you have 4 save slots. That's good. Just start a new one. Oh yeah, good looking out. Amblex says I feel bad for people that lock themselves to one console or platform, missing out on a bunch of games out there. I would agree with you as long as it's a voluntary thing. If it's a financial thing, that's a different story. But yeah, there's no point in being just, I'm just going to be this brand and a fanboy or a fangirl just for the sake of being that, right? Just loyalty to a company for the sake of loyalty for a company. Wherever you're playing games, it is a great time. One of the best, I think, in history to be a gamer. Have you tried any of the modern Wolfenstein games on Game Pass? They're currently making an Indiana Jones game. No, I haven't played Wolfenstein yet. But it's something I got to do at some point for sure. But nothing's going to ever take over my heart like Doom Eternal. Like that game, I'll have to do a video on that. In fact, I will do a video on that. That's been a long time coming. We'll get started on that here in, next couple of months, because I got to rant and rave about how great that game is and why it was such an incredible shot in the arm for this industry. Seeing that lose out to The Last of Us 2 last year and all these fake, artificial, dishonest awards was annoying. But again, I don't give it any credence. I just kind of laugh at that kind of stuff. But no, Wolfenstein definitely was on my list to play at some point. Heard they really screwed up with the New Blood. It got all woke, supposedly. I can't really comment because I haven't played it, but I heard it went in a direction a lot of people didn't like. That was kind of like the across the board, kind of like with Halo 5. People didn't seem to really enjoy it. But I haven't played it myself, so can't comment on it. But we'll definitely play those games, and I love the fact that they're sitting right there on that Game Pass service. Awesome stuff. All right, guys. Real gamers love competition because, we all win. Yeah, to me, it's the best out of all of us. That's why if any of you guys watch professional wrestling, whether you prefer WWE, AEW, or something like a New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's amazing what AEW has done because it's invariably increased the quality of these products all the way around. Competition is always a good thing. It keeps people honest. It keeps innovation high, and it is absolutely critical to getting the best products out there and also the best customer service. So really good point there. Let's hop on in, guys. I've been rambling long enough now. I am ready to drink a little bit of vino on a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. Again, guys, I'm sorry I got caught up at work, had to work late. Lost about 3 hours of what would otherwise have been a campaign stream for probably a solid 4 or 5 hours. So let's hop into some Halo Infinite. We'll start up a new campaign for those of you who haven't seen it and who are watching this later after it's been recorded. Thank you guys for being here. Let's play some Halo Infinite, ladies and gentlemen, on that Xbox Series X. Thanks again for being here tonight. And by the way, guys, I've kind of messed around a little bit with my mix when it comes to my sound and my audio. So, if you guys are having trouble hearing me or if the game's too loud or low or whatever it is, you just let me know. It sounded like last time you couldn't really hear the game much. So I definitely want to make sure you guys could get you guys could be hearing what's going on while I'm playing. So let me know if you want me to turn the volume up or mess with my audio mix, and we'll make sure to make that happen. And just that return even musically to the simpler, the orchestral stuff. It's so great, man. It's so great. This game might be my game of the year. You have to stay tuned to my channel. That video will probably come in January, but yeah, this game could very well be my game of the year. It's up there. Number of other titles that are up there. Hitman 3's up there. From the perspective of playing the entire World of Assassination trilogy through Hitman 3, Metroid Dread is up there. A lot of different things that we'll talk about. But for now, let's get into some Halo. Start with some campaign. So good looking out, by the way, Amblex, so we can just simply create a new campaign here for the stream, and then I'll pick up where I left off later, unless I get further, which I may tonight than I am now. So I always start out, guys, on normal. Could I be playing heroic? Yes, but I'll go back later and play it on heroic, and I might even try legendary. Probably not. The days of me playing games on the hardest difficulties are long gone. As I get older, I just don't have the time, right? I don't have the time or the patience anymore. Although I might have patience because of, helping raise 2 kids. That's kind of definitely kind of forces you to have more patience than you otherwise would have. But yeah, no, we'll see. We'll just start off on normal, run around, kill some stuff, and go from there. So here we go. Enjoy. Just a Dude. Welcome, man. Whoa, Bauer, is it just me, or did you finally get the audio equipment you've been waiting for? It's the same audio equipment, actually, man. I still don't have the pop filter. I just kind of messed around with the audio mix a little bit. So hopefully this is good. It sounds clear. Glad to hear that you're enjoying it, and it sounds crisp. So let's get started now, guys. We're going to hop right on into the campaign, starting from scratch. And we're going to play some Halo Infinite here tonight. Let's do this. Enjoy. It's so good. Oh, guys, I've seen this already, and I have chills again already. Just tanking the shots on his shield, using that grappling hook. Oh my God, the John Wick double pistol kill. Hopefully you guys can hear it well. Game is totally mute. Game is totally mute. All right, let me fix this, guys, and start this again because not the stream, but the game, because it can't be totally mute. We can't be doing that. Let me check my source here to make sure that this is configured properly and that you're actually getting the audio that you need to be getting here. Yep, no wonder. All right, thank you so much, dude. Just a Dude, that's so clutch, man, on your part. Yeah, this software that I use drives me nuts. They update it all the time. I pay for it. They update it all the time, and then essentially what ends up happening is it screws with all my configurations, and I got to recheck a bunch of boxes. Dude, thank you so much for that. Absolutely clutch MVP moment to start this evening by regular Just a Dude, who is always here. Thank you, Just a Dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so much for the perfect audio. We'll see how this mix turns out once we get into game. You might not be able to hear me at all, but now now that this is on, I can mess around with it at least if things go wrong. So let's start this again so you guys can hear this, because the sound design in this game is absolutely, utterly fantastic. Fantastic would be like, damn! That's fantastic. It's good. It's good. It's something that has really stood out to me as I've played through the little bit that I've played through the campaign so far. Some of my favorite moments have been just as soon as you get out into that open world area, just looking around and listening to the wildlife and the wind blowing. Just unbelievable. So let's check this out, guys. Let's hop right on in. I'm going to stop talking now and sip on a little bit of vino and let you guys enjoy the opening if you have not seen this before. And we're going to check out what Halo Infinite is offering over here on that Xbox Series X. And you got the music and stuff too, like it's just...
Would you humor me?
You're just tanking those shots. I love it.
If you knew how you were going to die.
Oh yeah, Amblix, that's right. There's that hum.
How would you live your life differently?
Yo, and this game already in just an hour and a half that I've played it has brought all the feels too. Like I can't tell you guys how much I've enjoyed playing through every mainline entry and catching up on this franchise leading into this. It's been such a wonderful experience. I'm really glad that we were able to do that.
My name is Atriox, and I am the last face you will ever see.
The little grapple hook up there. You see his you see his shield drop down. All the little touches that they put into the to not just these cutscenes, but the gameplay itself is stellar. Oh, this is what really got me, guys, right here.
Warning. Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building.
You look at the expressions on their faces and the lighting. You guys can't see it in the 4K HDR that I'm playing this in. I'm not streaming in that, but like on this TV that I'm playing it on, this is like one of the most next-gen looking games that I've played, and it's so smooth. And it's so polished. It reeks of next generation, and I love it. See that little hologram? Well, you can't see it under my face, but a little hologram just rolled out and is going to start playing. As a father of two, man, this resonated with me so hard last night.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? Hi. And show Daddy how big you are. Can you say so big? Good. And can you sing?
And it's so accurate too.
Good singing. How about I miss you?
I miss you.
And I love you.
I love you, Daddy.
On that music.
Good. And can you say, I can't wait to see you
I
again?
can't wait to see you again.
Okay, now say bye-bye.
Bye.
So like instantly, I feel connected to this character just in those few seconds right there. It's powerful, man. At least it was for me. Maybe some of you out there are laughing, but And if you are, that's okay, man. Dig different perspectives and opinions and all that good stuff.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNS.
Sorry if you guys can hear my computer here. It's just like the heat sink is going crazy, so hopefully that's not causing too much distraction. And I love the return here, this tutorial, and all of the earlier Halos where you would have the tutorial of looking around at different things to calibrate and really to see if you were an inverse player or not, what you want inverted. I love how they brought that back in the beginning of this game. It was, yeah, it was really nice. Really nice touch here, you'll see.
I'm going to try to override. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
It's so cool. This game is so cool, man.
Yes! 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 We're going home!
The voice acting's great,
Welcome
too.
back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit.
So now you got control here, and it feels sluggish. I like
Seeing a
that.
fault on the calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix. Okay, follow the light.
So here we go, that old school Halo tutorial style, you know, looking around, calibrating your helmet and stuff. It's a joy, man. It's good. It's simple, but it's a really nice touch that shows that 343 Industries appreciates the smaller little things about the franchise as well.
And now left.
I love that they've put
Your
this in
visor
there.
feed
It's
and
such a
motor function
it's such
seem to be
a
operational.
simple thing, but I appreciate it
It
greatly.
looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving it. Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
Pull that grappling hook back in there.
I know I saw something in here to check the diagnostics on your armor. Whoa, 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 easy there, big guy. You're not.
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
By the way, you guys, you know, one of the things I was really hoping they do here with Infinite is I was really hoping, and we'll get back to this in just one second, but I was really hoping that they did exactly what they ended up doing, which was in Halo 5, Master Chief talks more than he's ever talked before. He actually has personality. He actually has kind of a spirit behind him for the first time. Maybe you got a little bit of that in Halo 4, a little bit more of him talking. But in Halo 5, there were times where it was just too much. They were just trying to make him too cool or too, like, you know, broken outside of really what he should be, in my opinion. And one of the many issues with Halo 5. So my hope coming into Halo Infinite when it comes to how they handled the Master Chief was I wanted to hear him talk, and I wanted to hear him talk regularly, right? Not the little, you know, you hear 4 lines of him through an entire 3 or 4 games, right? I wanted to hear him talk regularly, but I wanted to hear him be himself. I wanted him to stick to business with the once in a blue moon step outside of that to keep that character you know, going. And I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the voice work from the actor. I can't remember his name, something Downs, I think, that plays Master Chief. This is definitely, in my opinion, his best performance already from a voice perspective for Master Chief. It's a deeper voice. It's a voice that reflects the tragedy that he's been through, the emotional pain that he's dealing with as we head into this game with all of the events that have led into this. And you can see it in his interactions, for instance, with this new AI that you'll see in very small ways, very subtle ways, as well as very large, obvious ways as well. But I think that they absolutely nailed Master Chief perfectly for the first time in the entire franchise, in my opinion. So let's check this out and keep playing through this opening mission in Halo Infinite. Thanks for being here, guys. Always, as always, it's good to see you and to be spending some time with you.
We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here.
Couldn't agree with you more on that, Just the Dude. Your comment right there is spot on. Absolutely spot on. Well articulated, man.
No. Not then. Not again.
It's nothing short of a triumph. You're right.
Weapon. This is all I've got.
It's enough. It's enough. He says it's enough. Check out Master Chief.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Improvise. Close the door.
And guys, I'm going to be covering all these thoughts in my large Halo video that'll be coming up. I'm going to cover every mainline entry in the series and kind of this journey I've been on. And I'm very excited about that. I got to shoot a lot of footage on Sunday for that.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here.
Listen to the music.
You have one
Oh
bullet.
my God, I got so many goosebumps under this coat.
What can you do on your own?
It's great.
Told you. It's enough.
So I see.
Look at him reload.
They're powering up a stasis beam.
And it's amazing too, guys. I used to hate Master Chief. I thought he was the lamest duck character ever, and I'll cover that in my video too. But it's, man, I've become like just a Halo nut throughout this journey, and it's just awesome to be playing this game in 2021. No loading screens, no nothing. Instantly,
You made it.
you're in.
Now what?
Let's do this.
Can't go anywhere while that stasis beam is active.
Then we shut it down. Stasis beam, weapons, all of it.
What?
Hear that deeper voice that Master Chief's rocking in this one?
I'll figure something out.
Let me turn this up a little bit so I can hear it on my side. If this gets too loud, you guys let me know. What do you guys think so far? Hit me up in those comments. Let me know if you're enjoying what you're seeing.
Eliminate? Chief, whatever you're planning to do, do it fast.
That grapple hook, man, in single player. Absolutely awesome. The gunplay is so satisfying in this game. Like, when you talk about games and the most important thing being they just need to be fun, this game hits that on every conceivable level. Oh yeah, give me the Mangler, man. I love me some Manglers. The weapons are diverse. They're well balanced. Oh, check this out. I was rocking the Xbox official headset last night, and this had me. This was like intense. It was so loud, and the quality was so great. I really like that headset, by the way. So yeah, if you let him, he'll run around and light you up. And I like this callback to the earlier franchise as well, where they're utilizing, you know, I remember seeing like the Prophet of Truth or Regret or whoever it was. I still have no clue what, for the most part, is going on. High level stuff, I get that. But I love that they've kind of returned to that simpler style of, throwing holograms out there when you're on this ship in the beginning. It's a nice subtle callback to some of the earlier games in the franchise, and it's very intentional. It's part of the love letter that 343 has written with the release of this game. And I just accidentally threw that. Well, that's one way to start off the night. Grace Terry says, yeah, garbage. Maybe next time I don't throw that in my face at point blank range. What do you think? You think that might help me be more successful?
We do not
That hologram. It's Atriox. He led the attack on the Infinity. He was looking for something.
Yep. Yes, he was.
He killed everyone.
Yes, he was. And by the way, welcome each and every one of you to the stream. It is great to see you. And just the dude, you're right. That was an omen if you've ever seen one. And you've seen me play Halo here on the channel, so you know a lot of death from campaigns is on the docket here tonight. But we'll at least showcase the beauty and the wonder of this game while we're getting smoked relentlessly. Hopefully. And I love the grunts, too. If you hit them in the back, they just blow up like that. It's an instant kill. I mean, they're not hard to kill, obviously, off the, right away. But get that helmet off and drop him with that headshot. Needler is as great as ever. Needler in this game is so satisfying to use. You just hold down that R2 button and you go. I love using that Needler in PvP. Oh my gosh, it's so great to just wreck an enemy at medium to close range with it. Never gets old. And I love that all of these weapons have a place, and you have complete and total freedom in how you use them and when you use them, and there's always a viable situation for them regardless of what combination you're rocking. And I love seeing different combinations and the power, the sheer level of usefulness that they can bring to you. So here we'll get that grappling hook, which from an environmental traversal standpoint, not just combat wise, but it actually just straight up. So check this out. These shield dudes, boom. You can use that to knock that shield off right away and then get a quick kill on them. When I realized you could do that, it was just such a cool aha moment. Get up top there, ladies and gents. One small piece of advice. Marquis, welcome to the stream and thank you for being here. Let's hear your piece of advice. One small piece of advice, says Marquis. Learning to use your environment as a weapon is key. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I love that they've placed so many explodables around here. And that's maybe got me into a little bit of trouble because I just get too close. I'm just excited. I'm like, oh, I want to see this explosion up close. And then I'm like, I die. Just like earlier here tonight, I threw an explosive at myself at point blank range. But no, that's a great piece of advice. And I'll certainly will be using the environment to my advantage. Marquis, thank you for the heads up. That's a good one. Justin Dude says you should put a highlight reel of your dumbest deaths in the Halo video. It might be too long, though. Yeah, that'd be a 3-hour video, but we should definitely, if I'm going to do that, I should pull from Halo 3 when I was trying to run up that skyscraper in the snow. I don't know if you remember that. And I wasn't hanging back with the Arbiter, and I died like 8 times. And then I was like getting annoyed and complaining, and then I realized that I was just being dumb, and I totally called myself out on stream for it. But that's all half the fun. You guys know I'll at least be honest with you, right? If I suck, I suck, But you guys will at least always get a good look at these games as I'm playing them and what they have on offer, and maybe you'll get some insight from some of the things I'm saying as well, because as you know, I am the anti-shill and I call things as I see them, and I will never stop doing that. I will be an objective source of truth for you in a world where the Game Awards gives It Takes Two Game of the Year and nominates Ratchet and Clank. God, it's so bad. All right, enough of that. Let's do it. Drink some wine, ladies and gentlemen. Drink some wine.
How do we stand a chance against all this? The banished won already. We could be the only 2 humans left alive out here.
Then there's still hope.
Then there's still hope, he says. Like I said, they just nailed Master Chief in this on a level I don't think they've been able to nail before. And I can't wait to see what the next 40 hours or so hold for me, because I'm going to do everything in this game. We got our audio logs. Let's pick this up. Each one contains an audio file. Yep. Love how they've done collectibles in this game. It never gets old blowing up their backs, ever. Seeing that little green puff explosion come out is great. I also really like how powerful the battle rifle feels in this game compared to others in the franchise. Oh my god, this game is so fun. Guys, it's just so fun. Let's switch up to that mangler here. There we go. So you can, of course, pick up these fusion coils and chuck them. You just got to be careful because, obviously, if they take a bullet when they're in your hand, you're going to get smoked. Let's see. That's a great grenade, guys. That's a great grenade throw if I've ever seen one. Get that grappling hook out. Man, I just can't get over. I cannot get over how much fun it is to use the grappling hook in this game, and that just the variety that it brings to the table and how you use it, whether it's against enemies, whether it gets you up like this to different areas of the environment, whatever it is. And the levels are so well designed. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to see right there. But I mean, if there's anything that we are used to as Halo fans, it is those suicide grunts, which has always been such a cool way of them keeping them more than just basic ads, right? But legitimate threats. I don't know what just hit me. Was that might have been a plasma rifle, I think, or a plasma grenade. I think it was. Get that helmet down. There we go. This mangler, man, is great with brutes. Just absolutely great with brutes. Oh, let's get that back there. There we go. Use that environment, like Marquis said, eh? Stick grenade. I love those stick grenades where they just stick in the ground and do their thing, you know? Unbridled joy. That's a headshot right there. Oh, if only it had fallen down there below. Let's see what we got over here. And I love, by the way, you can also... oh, it's so satisfying. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. Stick grenade. I love the AI, too, how they dodge out of the way. They can be really, really, really smart. One of the things that I intend to talk about on my Halo video... Oh, goodness, we got another freaking bot in the... These bots, man, are going to keep me busy tonight, blocking them every time they come in here. It's extremely annoying, but it's unfortunately something you just got to do. There we go. All right, we're back. Just a Dude says, what'd you say there, Just a Dude? Just a Dude says, It Takes Two is amazing, and I'm glad they won, but I don't think it was objective best game this year. It definitely deserved the nomination, though, for sure. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, man, strongly on that one. I thought it was a solid game overall, but I thought it should have won an award maybe for level design. I thought the way that, like, as a co-op game, absolutely. Like, yeah, they were the level design was really cool. The way things flowed, how you use the different items between characters, and the platforming and all that stuff was pretty solid. I don't think of a game. I don't think objectively it should have won Game of the Year, and I don't even think objectively it should have been up for Game of the Year myself. But that's just me. And again, that's the great part about this is we can all get together and like debate these things. But for it to win, you could say you could maybe make an argument for it to be on shortlist. I could accept an argument for it to be on the shortlist for Game of the Year, but I can't think of anything I can't think of any argument that would convince me it deserved to win Game of the Year. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing through it with my wife. My kids seemed to enjoy it a bit, but it just wasn't one that grabbed me personally. But if it did for you, man, I think that's awesome. All power to you, man. Definitely great work by the folks at the studio, because it is a very, very good game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's trash or it's crap. I think it's a very good game. I just thought it was very disingenuous to give it Game of the Year. But hey, it's just the Game Awards. It is what it is. No big deal. Let's head over this way, and we're gonna hop over into this bay and kill a whole lot of brutes here coming up. You see that you got a good autosave system in place here. Nice quality of life improvements that they've made in here. What's up, Atrioc?
Soon, the banished will stand victorious. Patriarchs, hear these words. Even from beyond this life, your will is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control.
The game exudes next generation feel, whether it's graphics, the lack of loading times, the polish, just everything about it. Like, even though it feels, like you said, Justin, dude, it feels like an old Halo game, irrespective of the hardware, which is taken full advantage of for sure.
We have a new problem.
We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
Work faster. These Pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out.
Let's switch up to the pulse carbine, shall we? Dude, this pulse carbine in multiplayer is beastly. Especially if you remember to vent it properly. These guys with the rockets, you gotta prioritize them or they will wreck you if you let them. Get that helmet off and get that headshot. There we go. Okay, so it's not a rocket, it's a Ravager, which I struggle with in multiplayer, but yeah, it lights people on fire. For the most part, it's your, yeah, it lights people on fire. That's the best way I can put it. Of course, at any time, you got that grappling hook you can throw out there to traverse the environment a little bit better. It's great. You are you? You probably shouldn't be, let's be honest. This little view of space there. Here we go. Oh.
Are you crazy? They're trying to kill you.
Back slap. Instant kill. Love that. Still, of course, hanging around is a Halo franchise staple. His back attacks will always kill an enemy no matter what. Still got enemies nearby, huh? Oh yeah, we do. That's a kill. That's a kill, man. I love the slight homing on that pulse rifle. It's not enough for you to just be able to fire and forget, but it's enough that if you play some well-aimed shots, you'll be rewarded from them at distance.
It's locked down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship with us in it? I'm going to die here.
Of course it is.
There are cooling pipes running towards the main engines.
So?
I'm gonna warm things up.
God, I love his voice acting in this game. I'm gonna warm things up. I'm just gonna warm things up a little bit. And I also love the placement of weapon racks in this game, so it always feels like you have an option of what weapon you want to use in any given situation. So it's just like, it's a total playground for Halo veterans. Just like whatever you want to use, you use. You know, you find different combinations that are better in different situations for you, or you want to practice for multiplayer and getting used to some of the functions. And I love, by the way, that you're getting multiplayer unlocks by playing single player and finding weapon lockers and all that kind of stuff. That's a really nice change of pace. I love that. Haven't seen that in a while. There we go. Also love the concept here of being able to reload your different weapons with these little ammo bins that are hanging around. That's good stuff. Oh, we got enemies behind us. Didn't realize we had enemies behind us. Didn't realize we had enemies behind us. Okay, that was close. A little bit too close for comfort. Just kind of jumped down there without really thinking. That's something too, like you will die in this game, even on normal. I've seen some pretty intense outposts and stuff out in the open world, and it is no joke. It's absolutely no joke. I'll just get up here and throw a stick grenade at it. How's that sound?
Did it work? Nothing seemed to happen.
I'm not done yet.
Well, hurry.
Guys, the Mangler never gets old. Ever.
The little things. All waiting. Don't let them get me, please.
And just the slow build-up throughout the level, and how the music increases and the level design gets kind of more let up with fire as the ship starts to depart, and you just kind of change your mission from, yeah, let's hack this panel to let's just scuttle the entire ship. It's the only way we're going to get out of this situation. Like, I just love that. I love the increasing intensity of it all. Oh, here we go, baby. There's a banished audio log here, which I never knew. All right. Definitely didn't find that on my first time through.
It is with heavy heart that I must accept that Atriox, my greatest achievement, is lost to us. In his wake stands the greatest army ever assembled, a force fueled by...
Just a Dude says, it's definitely how you make a next generation continuation of a series. I hope other Planet games like Horizon and God of War do this well. Yeah, me as well. I'm sure they will, but seeing this series revived so perfectly and brought back to such relevancy to become a total powerhouse antidote for this entire genre and really the industry as a whole, it's such a pleasure to see.
Human Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down, pursue you wherever you run.
Whatever you say there, Atriox. Whatever you say.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
Well, he knows you. He knows all about you. You need to hurry and get back here. I don't know how long this ship will hold together.
This is a great sequence. This escape sequence is great. Oh my god, this looks so good on my TV, guys. Now we're going outside into space. I love it. Oh my god, guys. If you just take a moment and look at this, it's just, it exudes next generation. Shit's popping off! Oh! And the controller, man, the vibrations on the controller is something else. Love this controller so much.
We are running out of time.
The batteries.
Charging slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Too close.
Oh. Uh-oh. I died. I fall into space and get sucked away. Yes, Stefangamon, the voice acting in this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Charging.
It's incredible.
Slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Too close.
Oh, I died again, guys. I died again. Alright, I gotta take my time now. It's enough of this. I didn't die once on this last night when I did this for the first time, and here I'm trying to get all creative with it. And look how quick you get back in, too. Like, the total, more or less, lack of loading times is
It's gonna be close.
crazy.
Too close.
Might help if I was running. Maybe. Possibly.
Okay, so 90 seconds till full charge. I hope this place holds together that long. Charge faster!
Outside. Oh. There we go, there we go, there we go. It's intense, man. I've been through it before, but it's still so intense. It's great. The music, the rumble going on here. Oh, look at the guys. The graphics are so good.
Oh, come on!
This all started with Master Chief having access to a pistol. A pistol. You guys watch this cutscene. I'm going to go grab a little bit more vino, and I will be right back. Enjoy.
Chief, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you. Welcome back, Chief. Okay, let's get out of here.
Locate UNSC Infinity.
UNSC Infinity. Class, Supercarrier. Crew size, 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter scan.
1,986. UNSC tags detected.
Status.
Deceased.
The Master Chief lives? Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered? No. I feel invigorated. You promised us revenge, superiority, renewal. He threatens everything. Do you question my leadership? Atriox is vision. Atriox is dead. It is his fault.
I am back,
We are stuck here.
ladies and
The
gentlemen.
banished will never bow to anyone again. Not the Covenant. Not the prophets. Not
If you guys haven't already and you don't mind, click that like button for me. That's always very helpful.
this.
I appreciate it.
will be operational. Please. There. You will have your revenge. Blade Master. Follow the Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
Armorlink connection requested.
Accept.
Encrypted message found.
Read.
Attempting decryption. Decryption failed.
Locate message source.
Triangulation in progress.
He's just all business. I love how they've handled him in this game so much.
If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Match found. Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
And what? You think we can stop them on our own?
He just wants to get home to his kid, man. I get it.
We lost.
He's a little whiny for a bit, but he grows on you.
We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity.
Whatever the cost, man.
I can't be the only.
Entering atmosphere. Autopilot disengaging in 5.
We have a new mission, soldier.
4,
What is it? What's down there?
3,
A weapon.
A weapon?
1.
How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick
A
up a
weapon.
Spartan. This is a terrible idea.
By the way, this said weapon is part of what makes the game feel so next gen to me. We'll talk about that when we get there. How's that sound? So this is still, guys, essentially the tutorial for Halo Infinite in the single-player campaign.
It's not safe.
Keep that in mind.
Pull back.
Okay.
By the way, these Covenant with the shields, man, they are so powerful in this game. You really need a plasma weapon on you in order to properly deal with them on a regular basis, and I love that. The game always is giving you reasons to swap and kind of switch up the weapons that you're using and the tactics that you're leveraging in order to kind of move through. So you're always incentivized in some way, shape, or form to be doing something different that maybe you haven't done before, or to use certain weapons that you're not overly familiar with.
Lots of banished craft
And
heading your way.
it just ultimately makes you a better player. And I love that. It's just so well thought out in so many ways. I love too that this pulse rifle gets rid of those shields pretty much instantly. I gotta tell you, if you can remember to vent this thing, like look at the venting, see how quick that is? I mean, the difference between venting this when it runs out of ammo and time versus the amount of time it takes when you vent it properly is just night and day. That's a good grenade throw. Oh my God, that was a great grenade throw. I love the little rag dolls that are in place there. It's so satisfying to get a headshot with that little X there too, which is great. RSJ fam, we're gonna stop and we're gonna say happy holidays, RSJ fan. Got a little festive glass going on here, and I'm really glad you could join too. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. We're playing Halo Infinite's campaign. Wanted to be on here by like 6 o'clock Eastern, like normal. Had to work a little bit longer tonight. We had an emergency, so I had to rock a additional 3 hours on a Friday, but it's all good. I'm blessed with a great job. My boss, she's awesome. It all worked out, and we're here tonight drinking a little bit of vino, playing for a little bit longer, maybe another what time is it here, 9:42. Yeah, we'll play until about 11, and also probably do some multiplayer streams this weekend as well. But guys, we're going to take a quick moment here just to kind of point out that we haven't even gotten to the open world section of Halo Infinite yet. We've just simply started from the beginning of the game. We're working our way through an incredible opening, essentially a tutorial that's lasted quite a while. I'm already connected to one of these characters just by how, they've kind of played on my heartstrings with having kids and how accurate that message was. So guys, I used to travel for work all the time before the pandemic, and that's exactly how it was with my girls, man. Telling me they miss me and how big they're getting and all that stuff. And so that really spoke to me. So like instantly, here's a new character that I'm already connected to within like a minute. I cannot say enough positive things about how great of a job 343 has done to not only bring this franchise back to relevancy with Halo Infinite and how well they've implemented it and knocked it out of the park, but how next generation it feels as a gamer looking for true next generation experiences. Not only are you getting what feels like the best parts of your older Halos on modern day consoles, but I mean, it's just right there in front of you. You got the polish, you've got the weapons, the level design, you've got the voice acting, you've got Master Chief being nailed perfectly for the first time, in my opinion, in franchise history. A complete, perfect balance between somebody who doesn't say as much, but someone who's constantly talking and is in character. Like, his character is so spot on in this game. The voice acting is outstanding. But very, very excited to see RSJ fan. Happy holidays to you as well. And Savage Dragoon, welcome to the stream as always, my friend. We're playing a little Halo Infinite here tonight campaign and doing a little drinking stream, just a little bit. Looking forward to the next hour and a half. Thank you guys as always for joining. Let's get back to Halo Infinite's campaign as I continue to rant and rave about how much I love this game in all aspects and how undeniably fun this is. If you got a controller in your hand and you're just playing through this campaign, just the act of running around shooting stuff, it like the dopamine rush from it. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if 343 Industries came back and was like, yeah, we studied casino strategies to make this as addictive as possible. It just keeps you coming back. Whether you like the story, you hate the story, you don't like Master Chief, whatever your issue might be, at the end of the day, the game is so hard to put down because it nails all of the fundamentals so right. And then if you are into the franchise, if you are into the characters, if you are into the lore, if you are into like graphics and next generation stuff and whatever it is, this game has it in oodles on offer. And I just can't stop talking about it. I can't stop thinking about it when I'm outside of playing and I'm at work or whatever. I'll just be sitting there thinking like I just find my mind wandering, you know, thinking about like when I go back to Halo Infinite, what am I going to do? Am I going to take a forward operating base? Am I going to look for Spartan cores? Am I going to take a mongoose and just fly into heavily populated enemy territory and just see how long I can last before I get gunned down? Like it just is so nice to see 343 follow up their total failure with Halo 5 with what could potentially be the very best entry in this entire franchise, including Halo 3. Yeah, I'm putting that out there. We've got a long way to go before we come to that conclusion, but I could not be more impressed with what I've seen from this. And we'll have to do a follow-up and kind of reference my earlier video on my channel where I really had serious concerns about this dropping, the condition it was going to be in. I really thought they should have delayed it like Guerrilla Games, like Techland did with Dying Light 2. Back into February, back into Q1, I thought it probably needed some help. But my goodness, it just, I can't believe it. They're the outlier. They absolutely nailed it. And I was biting my nails because you can't mess around with a flagship brand like Halo when you're Xbox. And I thought they were kind of playing with fire. And nope. Multiplayer, absolutely stellar. Essentially a 10 to me. Really. It's as close from a gameplay perspective to a 10 out of 10. Yeah, maybe you could tweak a few things with Battle Pass and that kind of thing if you really want to. But at the end of the day, when we're just talking about unbridled joy and fun playing a game, 10 out of 10 to me for multiplayer. It is such an awesome alternative to all the drivel that's out there in the first-person shooter genre online, and campaign is the exact same way. It's giving me a similar kind of feeling that Doom Eternal did, although Doom Eternal to me will always be, I mean, nothing will meet Doom Eternal single player. That's my favorite first-person shooter ever alongside Duke Nukem 3D. But Halo Infinite's campaign is also similarly so refreshing in a landscape that's just full of dime a dozen clones and offerings that you've seen a million times. So yeah, Master Chief still with his awesome one-liner. Savage Dragoon is way better than that. He talks regularly throughout the game. I was saying this earlier. I really wanted them with Master Chief to kind of like have a happy medium between the earlier entries in this franchise and kind of how they overdid it with Halo 5 with his dialogue, and they've nailed that happy medium. He's all business. When you see the weapon that he finds and how he interacts with it, you'll kind of pick up the way that they're kind of implementing the story along with that too. But this is the best Master Chief we have ever seen. So let's get back to it so you can actually see it instead of watching me in my hat drink and just rant and rave and foam at the mouth. All right. Here we go. I'll top into... And I love, by the way, too, this is a small thing, but in that first tutorial, the first part of this tutorial, first opening level was all like reds, and now we're into sheer blues, right? Nice shades of blues here. It's a nice dichotomy. Nice conscious decision to play with the color palette here a little bit. And I love that we're just kind of out in space here, but this is still inhabited, and they kind of have alluded to that. It's just a nice. It just seems like they've really been paying. They've really had a vision that they just completely and totally executed on. Not unlike Guerrilla Games did with the first Horizon, which was just great to play through.
More reinforcements. This weapon of yours must be worth it.
There's our buddy there with his Pelican.
This whole place looks like it's dying.
Oh, that's a lot of red dots.
Clinging to life.
That's a lot of red dots on our radar, ladies and gents. Did he? Oh, I thought he stuck me. I was going to say, oh, we gotta get rid of these guys with the Ravagers. Oh my goodness, the Ravager weapons are just brutal. They can wreck your day in half a second. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Let's use that grappling hook, shall we? Get up close. Pick up some ammo. Let's see. Let's pick up that Ravager. Okay, he just disintegrated. That was just a disintegration. The Ravager, I think, is the weapon that I probably struggle with the most. Especially in multiplayer. Like, it's a good weapon that can do a ton of damage. I need to get more use with it. We've got some of these, oh, guys, like the lighting and the colors. I say this in every time I stream. I wish you guys could see this as I'm playing it on this television. Because I got that Samsung Q80T, and it's just...
Beautiful. And broken.
It is. It's just... It's awe-inspiring. Like I said, it feels like next gen in every way, shape, or form. Using that grappling hook again to get that shield down for a quick mangle kill. You get a headshot. It's so satisfying you do that, and then you get the headshot and just drop them quick. It's nice. Fusion core. You always... I love the risk-reward of picking up a fusion core in this game, because you take a shot to it and it blows up in your hands, you dead. You straight up, you dead. RSJ fan says, you've become my favorite person to talk video games. Yo, RSJ, thank you for that. You'll get a tip of the cap for that. I really appreciate it. I've really enjoyed talking with you, too. You're one of the few people I talk to on Twitter. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I promise you that Switch video dedicated to you is coming. That is going to happen. We got to get this Halo one out of the way, and then that will be my next one. But I appreciate the kind words. It's been a blast meeting you and getting to know you a little bit and talking, and it's just been fun hanging out with subscribers, man, and just doing life with all of you. We get new people that come in here all the time, every week, whether it's a stream, a new video, and I'm excited for what lies ahead in 2022 and beyond. But very kind of you to say that. Thank you very much for the kind words, RSJ fan. Let's play some Halo Infinite and get out into that open world so we can start showcasing what this game really offers and what it's all about. That may have been a bad grapple. Maybe. What do you guys think? It's only the 4th time tonight I've thrown myself off a ledge. I mean, let's be honest. Does that even count as loading time? I'm being serious. I mean, this game exudes next generation feel in everything. You know, whether it's hardware related, whether it's...
Very, very broken. I need to move. There are banished ships everywhere.
I mean, my goodness, this game is just so much fun. It's so much fun just to play. Uh-oh. Guys, I did it again. I think it's my Vino. It may be my Vino. My apologies. All right, no more pussyfooting around. All right, I'm done with that. Let's
Look at this place.
let's get serious now. That's enough ranting and raving on my part.
Broken. Very, very broken. I need to move. There are banished ships everywhere.
Love those explodables, man, that they've put in the game. All right, let's take our time here to make sure that we don't. Again, if you're not careful, it's really easy to miss out on all these weapon racks that they've thrown out around. This Pulse Carbine I've really found a good feel for in the multiplayer offering, which again is the best, in my opinion, multiplayer offering for first-person shooters right now. And the campaign is up there too, and then you kind of combine both of them. It's just such a scary, great offering in so many different ways. These Covenant, man, I love how dangerous they've made these Covenant. I might die here, guys. Let's get out of here. Really, like the challenge of this game too, especially out in the open world where you don't know what you're going to run into, is it's such a delight to be on your toes all the time, right? To switch up to that Mangler, close range here. There we go. Got to get that shield down. And to that effect, we do have some grenades that will instantly freeze those Covenant up. I think they're called Disruptor. We might have... Oh, there's a nice little happy stick. A bank shot, if I may. And you look, at any time, let's switch up to this... where is it? I thought I saw a Disruptor. Did I see a Disruptor? There we go. So we got this Disruptor in here. I've not seen any Promethean weapons yet. If I find them in the single player campaign, I will lose my mind, because I absolutely love the Promethean weapons. But if you're rocking the any pair of headsets when that whispering's going on, you'll hear some of it just in your right ear, and in others you'll hear it in your left, because I got where is it here? Yeah, I got this. So guys, if you're looking for a good headset, like I just got, so this is like the equivalent of the Sony Golds, but it's the Xbox ones, because like I've got the $350 pair of so I got the Astro A50s, and then I also picked up the they had issues. I won't get into it now, but they sucked. The sound quality was amazing, but they didn't work well with a 5 gigahertz band on the router, which is just like inexcusable to pay that kind of money for it to not work with basic functionality. So I picked up the Arctic Pro wireless, which unfortunately you have to get like a PlayStation version, which also works with PC, or an Xbox version, which means, long story short, I had to get an Xbox headset. So I rolled with just the straight up, you know what? I looked at the more expensive ones, and I looked at the official one, which was like $100, I think, and $20. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to drop that kind of money on yet another super expensive headset I'll ultimately be not happy with. I probably like this Xbox official headset even more than the Arctic Pro wireless. I said it. For those audiophiles that are out there, yeah, it probably isn't the cleanest sound in the world. You give me a lot of bass, I'm happy. Playing through this on the headset last night, I talk about the sound design because we got to call attention to like all of the wonderful things these developers do and how much time and effort they put into it. And just standing tall, screaming for attention is the incredible work that has been done on the sound front in Halo Infinite. So as we're kind of running through here and we're hearing kind of like the whispers going on, and that's Cortana, some of those things that are playing out, I can't help but take a moment to stop and say, if you're listening to that through headphones, the way that they've kind of engineered it to play to you and that type of personal experience is incredible work, and it deserves to be talked about. If you ever just take the time to just kind of like look around you, I talk about like the next generation feel, it's everywhere. The animations in people's faces in cutscenes and even in game when you're talking to them, the weapon we're about to pick up, you'll start to understand what I'm referring to when I talk about that. It's unbelievable. Uh-oh, that's a grenade. Okay, we're good. Love that pulse rifle just eating through those shields. And you got that disruptor, of course. Just putting in work. And every weapon, too, it's amazing. It's really hard. It's really not easy to create weapons that feel this distinctly different and yet remain as useful and viable in just so many different situations. On my way. So that disruptor obviously is really good for enemies like that. They've got that plasma shield. Absolutely awesome. But they've just done such a great job of tuning this game. I mean, it is polished to a mirror machine. You guys hear me say that a lot. If you come here often, you'll hear me say that a lot. But it's true, and it needs to be called out. Oh, we got some stick grenades, guys. Let's throw some stick grenades. I always love throwing stick grenades. I don't know why. The stick grenades just they make me happy. They make me happy. up that needler here. The needler in this game, by the way, is better than in my opinion, than it's ever been. And that's a bold statement. Look, I know it's a bold statement, but my God, is it satisfying to use, whether you're using it in campaign, like we are here, or you're using it in a multiplayer mode, and you come across an enemy and you just hold that R2 down, or your left trigger, left bumper. I still don't know all the nomenclature. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. And the music and the ambiance, all part of that sound design that 343.
What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined.
Let's go find that weapon, ladies and gents. Let's go pick it up. The music kind of there reminds me a little bit of Skyrim, a little bit. Maybe a bit of Mass Effect as well. I mean, if you guys could see these particle effects on this screen.
Dumb question. How do you know this isn't a trap?
I don't.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out.
You guys ready to pick up our weapon? Let's do it.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember?
So, just real fast. I know you guys are kind of into it and watching, and I keep stopping. I'm like, ah! She's awesome. I absolutely love her. She's super cute. But beyond that, the next generation feel of this game is really propelled very strongly through her and her facial animations, and of course bringing that incredible voice performance along with it. Whoever voices her, along with Master Chief and Echo and pretty much everyone along the way, is just stellar. 10 out of 10, amazing work. But her constant presence and how she's reacting to situations and interacting with you, and of course, you've got kind of like the post-traumatic stress disorder that Master Chief has, right? With what went on with Cortana and kind of all that kind of stuff, and how he interacts with her as a result of it is so eminently fascinating, or inherently fascinating. It's awesome. It's awesome to experience, and I love seeing the care and attention that has been given to all of those aspects by 343 Industries. Stellar work all the way around.
Instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good. My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed. My mission is over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First of all, what's a banished? Second, you may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that
RSJ
impossible.
fan asks, how do you
And
use the
third,
grapple
to
hook?
fire
Because
this
I
ring,
didn't
they
know
would
you
need
had that.
navigation for
R1,
this.
you'll see in the bottom
Cortana
right.
had
Well,
the
maybe not,
index.
because my
I had
big
parts of it
face
as
is there.
well.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
It'll replenish.
But
Unlike in
this wasn't
multiplayer, you'll
the
get like
mission.
5 uses of it, and
mission's
that's it.
changed.
In this, you always
They
have it,
always
and
do.
it'll
Are you sure?
after a few seconds, you can use it again. I love that there. You have to press X to insert the chip. That's nice. I dig it.
Did you do that?
No, removing me triggered a response from the ring. I need you to understand. There's not much time.
I can't emphasize enough to you guys.
How you were going to die. If you knew how you were going to die, how would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
I can't emphasize enough to you guys how cool that sounds through headsets, how they like play with your senses that way. You can't replicate that by just listening to it through a monitor or through a TV. This game begs to be played with a very nice quality headphone setup because it's been designed specifically to tailor a kind of like an IMAX experience to you, and they do such a great job with
No,
it.
it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
This game's beautiful, man.
Called an emotionless automata. They saw faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me. Perfect for the program. They will not all survive. I understand that.
And I love here right off the bat we're getting information about Halsey, and we're getting some lore dumps and actually getting some legitimate insight into what went on back with the Spartan program after these kidnappings.
He has been assigned a number. 117.
The music and just the atmosphere and the ambiance, it's all done so well. Guys, it's just done so well.
There's something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
Pick up some of these stick grenades. Don't
These
mind
are
if I
banished.
do.
Affirmative.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
You can smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the inputs. You smell fine, by the way.
That was a headshot. That was a little triple headshot there. I like it. So you guys, I got so many games I need to
That's the
showcase
source.
here on the stream.
The bridge is out.
Yes, it is. Maybe there's a way to power it back up nearby.
Well, thought I could run and jump over to the center and grapple my way
Bridge
over
is
there.
out.
And that did not
Yes,
happen.
it is. Maybe there's a way to power it
But it's
back up
fine
nearby.
because you just start right there. So here's where we get our first look at what a power seed is, which you'll see in multiplayer. Is a, and by the way, I like this too. You kind of just, if you happen to drop this or throw this off. But you're getting a first look at a power seed in a multiplayer. You've got a big team battle mode that relies on you, you and your team trying to collect as many power seeds as possible to power up your bases, and they change the locations of where they spawn and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice back and forth battle.
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe. This is...
The animations on her face are like,
I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me. It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
You are here because you were chosen. Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside between your mind and
Oh,
the
she looks just like she did
directly
back in Halo
communicating with your
2.
neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together you become our newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival.
They've done such an incredible job with
She
this
will
game,
do anything
man. Oh my
necessary
god.
to make sure that your mission is accomplished. Even if that means sacrificing herself, or you, to accomplish it.
Listen to that music.
What happened? I touched it and
Was that real?
it's just data. It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But this, on the other hand, this is the framework I used to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
That's a great way. That's a great question to ask back, man.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm so invested in this game. Coming off all these mainline entries, not only on playing through all these mainline entries for the first time leading into this, I feel emotionally invested. And there was a point, guys, that I never thought I would get emotionally invested in Halo because I was never a big Master Chief fan. His relationship with Cortana, yeah, was cool, but it just wasn't something that super resonated with me. I didn't think it was really all that well done, and yet here we are in Infinite, and all of that groundwork that they've laid over all of those titles is really starting to pay off. And just to see the care and attention they've placed into all aspects of this game, but especially in kind of those interpersonal relationships, it's subtle. But my goodness, it's subtle by design. It just kind of worms its way in the best way. Absolutely love it. But Weapon is my boo. Let's be careful. Let's be clear, rather. That Weapon, she's my boo. If anything happens to Weapon, I riot. We'll just leave it at that.
That was something. Let's go.
I can't believe that they have put together the perfect Halo. To me, this feels like the perfect. And you guys haven't seen any of it. If you haven't played this, you haven't seen any what this game really is yet. But they have put together the perfect evolution of what Halo has always wanted to be and was at one point and hasn't been in a long time. And now it's back. And it's on next generation systems to end 2021. And it's so cool to see. It is so cool to see. This whole franchise could have fallen apart after Halo 5. 343 has written a magnus opus with this. And it has the potential to be the best Halo ever.
Okay, let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface.
Now we're going to get past the tutorial and open up this world a little bit, guys. See where it goes from there. Oh yeah, I'll definitely pick up a Mangler. Don't worry about that.
Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated.
Even when you look in close, like her
We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
her facial animations are like staggeringly great.
Surprise, human!
Love that. Love. We'll never get sick of using that grappling hook offensively against these shield guys to drop them just like that right there. Let's get a stick grenade out. Get that pulse rifle going. Get that helmet off. There we go. That satisfying little X that pops up when you get a kill in your reticle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's that classic sound back. There we go. I love the ragdolling too. Halo's always been great with ragdolling. And by the way, I love the ammo bins for the different weapons you're owning. Kinetic. You got ballistic, plasma, shock weapons. And you'll see once we get out into the open world and see what that's all about, why that's important and why that plays a role
Wow, you got here fast.
so strongly.
Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
Noted. Let's go.
Oh my god, she's so cute. I can't take how cute she is. I mean, she's not my wife, but dang, is she cute. Like, she's adorable. Like, she's cute and she's adorable. Like, that's a powerful combo. I'm talking about all these weapon combos, but let's be honest. When someone's pretty and adorable, yeah. End of story. That's my wife, but then you add, like, she's also a total badass. A total badass, so it takes it to a whole nother level. Oh, no, I was going to say that. Ooh, someone's trying to get some, yeah, let's rip this bad boy off, shall we? Oh, man, this is the first time I've used this. The plasma rifle, or the plasma turret in this, man, feels way more meaty. Even the visuals. The visual, oh, did I get hit? What did I get hit with? I got hit with a fully charged plasma shot. But the even visually, that looks far more meaty. You got bigger size of the ammunition that's coming out of it and hitting enemies with. And
That doesn't sound good.
Ooh! All right, let's get this battle rifle going, guys, and then we'll rock the Mangler with it. Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
This gravity lift should be powered up. We need to find a way to bring it back online.
Oh, I may have overshot that a little bit. Twice. It happens. It's going to buff out. It's going to buff out. There we go. Let's pick up that.
This object, it's part of the ring's life force.
Throw that down there, and we'll
called
pick
a
up the
power
skewer.
seed.
So I'm pretty sure that guy was trying to kill me with the skewer. And maybe when I shot and killed him, it dropped down here. That doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. All right. Pick up our power seed and pop it in here. And then, guys, once we get out in the open world and we capture a forward operating base, I might hop into multiplayer for a game or two. What do you think? Let me know what you want to see here in the thread or in the comments down below. We're at almost 2 hours, which is what my limit was going to be here for tonight, given the late start. But I maybe play a multiplayer round or two and see how that goes. Let's hear from you. Let me know what you guys would like to see, and we'll go from there. Thanks as always for joining me here on Bauer Kills. I'm glad to have you here. It's great to be spending a Friday night with you. Happy Friday. I hope each and every one of you are doing well and that you're enjoying whatever game time you have available to you. It's been a rough week for me. I got that 3-hour stream earlier this week, just trying to suffer my way through Halo 5. And I really mean suffer my way through Halo 5. For those of you that were here, my good God, that was a brutal and fairly negative stream, which we will occasionally pop out here on the channel. But for the most part, I try to stay positive. I try to stay happy and all that good stuff, but I just couldn't do it. The end of the last third of Halo 5 was so atrocious. It just made it such a difficult thing to stay positive on. But no, it just feels good, man. Coming up on the holiday season, this is always my favorite time of the year, for a wide variety of reasons. But I just love playing games when all the Christmas lights are out, and the new year is coming up, and you've got break from work, coming up, and all that good stuff. It's the most hopeful time of the year for me. It's the one I enjoy by far and away the most. I'm really glad that this year we're all spending it here together. It's good stuff. Let's hop in and get back out to Halo Infinite and get through this tutorial. Love this skewer, by the way. One of my favorite weapons.
Stop. How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened. She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist.
Nearly a
Vitals
month.
have been offline for nearly a month.
It's probably stinky.
Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger.
A stronger energy blade,
She
really?
never saw it coming.
There are stronger than one-hit kills. What do they think about you and you get impaled and you die? The enhanced shield core increases the amount of sustained fire your energy shield can absorb before breaking. Upgrade it by installing Spartan cores. So yes, we're about to see that this game has evolved and taken risks kind of by moving this to a pretty open world format where you can find different armor lockers, for instance, to unlock cosmetics and multiplayer. Doom Eternal style, you can find upgrades and then decide how you want to use those upgrades on Master Frickin' Chief. It's so cool. Guys, this is so good. It's so great. I love it. I love that they didn't sit on their laurels and just do a traditional campaign.
We're here. That elevator should take us to the surface.
Ooh, we got a stalker rifle there, I believe. I would definitely like to use that. Plasma grenade should do some damage. No? Yes. Yeah, that skewer. Oh, the skewer doesn't go through their shield. I did not know that. I thought it was strong enough to get a one-hit kill on pretty much anything. Got to be careful with even grunts with a needler because they can wreck your day. There we go. Oh, we got snipers. I forgot about the snipers there. Slide around that corner. Pick up that stalker rifle and take out this other sniper that's across the way. How's that sound? Sounds like a plan? I thought so. I forgot that these guys can essentially act as environmental explosives on two legs. By if you hit them in the back and you're close up to them, they will damage you. Those plasma, man, those plasma pistols, as usual, do a really, really, really good job of just completely dropping your shield in a moment's notice. And you got other enemies around you, you can die very, very quickly. That's happened to me out in the open world a couple times. That's a good throw. That's a good throw. We got multiple red killing markers there as a result of that throw. I'm very happy with that one. Let's switch up here to the Pulse Carbine. I'm really feeling that Pulse Carbine here tonight. Enjoying it. And yeah, let's get back to this. Gotta hack this little terminal here to get this.
This elevator's drawing power from the ring. Well, it was. The seed is missing.
By the way, I love the distance that grapple hook goes. It's not ridiculous or too long.
What are these things?
Here we go.
Genetic repositories, Forerunner storage vessels, Silexes.
How do you know this?
I was stuck in that room for 6 months, surrounded by them. Let's just say they talk a lot.
I love, absolutely love the environmental aesthetic here. Just incredible work by 343 all the way around. This game is an absolute joy. I mean, it's just an absolute. It feels like a magnum opus by 343, and really for the franchise as a whole, it is something truly special. See, a number of you have hopped into the stream. Welcome to Bauer Kills channel. If you guys have not been here before, go check out some of my traditional YouTube content. If you haven't already, click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't before. Thank you for being here, whether you're here for 30 seconds, 30 days, or 30 years, because I ain't going anywhere. I appreciate you. Happy Friday to you. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. And we're just playing a little Halo campaign. And we might play 1 or 2 rounds of multiplayer before shutting down for tonight. But stay tuned to the channel because we have a whole lot of Halo coming on the streams, on the traditional videos, a whole lot of content with Halo coming, as well as many, many other games across a wide variety of consoles. Thanks for being here. All right, let's get this power seed into the console and get out to where we need to be. It's all the way over there, eh? Get over there. Oop. Might have thrown it a little bit too far. Just a little bit. Now we can call that elevator down, get up to the loading bay.
This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as banished.
Can you operate it?
In my sleep? Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
Guys, it looks like I need to yet again get rid of the bot that's sitting in here. There we go. All right, back to it.
It isn't.
I love how she... Oh, yeah, this is tough, guys. I might die here a couple times. We'll see. I died here once or twice last night.
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces. Very well. I will batter you for that!
Well, that's a new attack. I never seen him do that before. So apparently he can do like a quick stomp attack. So last night I had to take out his ads before I focused on him. So that's probably what I should do here. I died a couple times on this last night. Out of ammo. That's not what I wanted to see. All right, there we go. All right, Tremonius. Done messing around with me, buddy. Just got to use that environment to your advantage. Make sure you don't get too close, I guess. Which I just did. He's got a shotgun, it looks like. He's got a shotgun. He's got a heavy... right in the there we go. Pick up that Hydra. I love the Hydra in this game. It's great.
You were right. He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Not anymore.
Not anymore,
almost
says
funny.
Master Chief. I love it. I didn't pick that up last night. I love it. Not anymore. All right, let's get over his head. There we go. And yeah. Because, I mean, why not, guys? These brutes deserve the dedicated tea bag. You won't see me pop it out often, but when I do, there's a reason for it. Tremonius, dude was just screaming for a tea bag.
I repeat, multiple banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117. Understood.
I've been trying to reach you. You vanished. I thought I was on my... Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.
You guys ready for this? Because the game legitimately hasn't even started yet. I mean that. So here's one of the things that you can find in the open world here. A Spartan Core. These are mold generic components used to upgrade equipment. Oh, it's so satisfying to open. Get that little sound that...
Another Silex. But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
So I'm going to upgrade our
So
shield
cynical, it
core
might be
here.
Something good.
Trust me, it won't be.
She says it could be something good. He says, trust me, it won't be. Yeah, he knows. If anyone knows, it's Master Chief, right? That's for dang sure.
How do we get out of here?
Terminal, over there.
And this is our first look at what Halo Infinite's world is, ladies and
Just
gentlemen.
give me a
Enjoy it.
second. I should be able to get control from here.
So Tremonius has fallen, a victim of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself. He was not the best of the banished, not by any measure.
I like this here, how he just gets right up in your face. Check this out.
Occurs to me that we have not been introduced. I, of course, know of you, Spartan. Your legend, the fear you inspire is admirable. The hope you stir in the hearts of your kind, misplaced. I want you to know my name too, to know my legend. How else will you beg me for mercy? I am Escharum, War Chief of the Banished. This is my world now. And you have little time remaining in it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And now we are finally, after that long, almost 2 hour tutorial, or hour and a half tutorial,
It's so
open world Halo.
full of more monsters coming. coming to kill us.
Ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable.
You're gonna need to clear me somewhere to land.
Incoming.
Use those shields here to your advantage. There we go. Hit him with that grapple hook. Bring that shield down. There's a plasma pistol. Oh, plasma pistol will kill him outright, even with the shield out. Something that some of the other weapons in the game won't do. Let's get mobile, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, what do we got here? We got a skewer. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got somebody on a plasma turret, do we? Nope. Not anymore. I love the different modes of fire. Take it down. Ellis Foster, hey Bauer, how you liking the Halo? Good evening as well. Good evening as always, Ellis Foster. This might be my game of the year. It's definitely on the short list. Can't get over. We've been talking about it here a little bit tonight. How incredible of a job they've done with this campaign, and then you match it with the amazing multiplayer. It's just the total package. And knowing that this is just kind of the launching point for what Halo is going to be in the future, they want to use this as a platform to bring additional stories, to bring additional multiplayer expansions and components. Looking at this as kind of a 10-year project, couldn't be any more impressed up to this point. Having a whole lot of fun. We're going to be shutting the stream down here fairly shortly. We're at over 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I'm 15 minutes past what I was supposed to do. And it's three hours late tonight due to working late. So apologies for that, but appreciate you joining Ellis Foster. Let's finish this off strong. We'll capture our first forward operating base, and then we'll have a few final words shut down, but there'll be a whole lot more Halo coming on this channel, both in the form of traditional YouTube videos, which is, I guess, my bread and butter, as some people might say, and streams as well to come. But welcome to the stream. Great to have you as always, and thanks for joining. Let's get back to it. Let's hit this environmental piece, shall we? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that works. I'm a fan of that. I have no ammo for anything, do I? Blow up the environment. Guys, the environmental destruction in this game is so satisfying. It's so satisfying. The way they've just kind of built everything up together is great. So, of course, here you got these ammo buckets that you can look for, but depending on what kind of weapon you're carrying, here we've got needlers. Let's slide over this way. Who's shooting at us? Got some little grunts. Is that what we got? We rolling with some needlers, and there's some grunts trying to cause trouble. Is that what we got? Let's just pick up this fusion coil. Ooh, what do we got over there? Looks like we got another Spartan Core right there. Uh-oh. Yep, that works. Let's pick it up. And get another open world staple here you'll find all throughout the world. Spartan Core, so that you can then upgrade. Ooh, we got ourselves a spanker. And we got a battle rifle. Switch up to that. I love the way they've just kind of laid things out in the environment. They do such a beautiful job with it. It's just amazing how well they've put this game together and how much thought has gone into every aspect. So yeah, Alice, if you want to check out the stream, man, from the beginning, I highly recommend it. Once I stop here, it'll be up on the channel. A lot of really good stuff. We talked about a lot of different things. Get that helmet off. Oh, I love... That was a good grenade throw by this brute here, who's also rocking a mangler that I can't really mess around with. So let's just use some splash damage. We'll take the easy way out, right? Let's get down. Let's get down here a little bit. Let's get down. Let's get that shield back up. I love how the game just constantly keeps you on your toes, too. Especially as you get out. Because this is like the first part of the open world. You don't really understand the open world and how big it is yet. Because this is like, you got to secure this LZ up here for your pilot. And then you can kind of like go off and explore on your own and stuff. But it's just so amazingly well done. It's just hard to articulate. I love the distance. I love this Pulse Carbine and what it offers you as a player, both in multiplayer and single player. And again, grapple hook. Boom. You can also knock that shield down, watch, with the grapple hook and knock him back and then drop him from there. It's great. We got the plasma cannon. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the plasma cannon. Sorry, my mic fell down there a little bit. Kind of hungover, man. I'll probably be that in the morning when I get up early because I've been drinking wine here on the stream, but I hear you. Oh, I didn't even see these guys over here. That's on me. Are there guys over here too? Oh. Yeah, let's blow up the environment. Always good to use the environment against your enemies, ladies and gentlemen. This game is built specifically for it and is never unsatisfying, ever. Use these little shields to keep yourself ready. Primed and good to go. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Do the rest with our bare hands. Sound good? I ain't gonna rely on a plasma pistol. So, we cleared the landing zone, baby. Oh, here's a cosmetics armor locker.
Is it safe?
Mjolnir lockers contain cosmetic items that can be equipped in multiplayer. Capture forward operating bases to reveal any lockers in the surrounding area on the TAC map.
Is anything? Don't answer that. If you can find me somewhere to hack in, I think I can guarantee this base will be safe for your friend to land.
And when you take a moment to just kind of look at the way the clouds move and you listen to the way that the animals and the flora and fauna are presented to you visually, audibly, it's unbelievable. Once you kind of get set out into this world, it should be, in my opinion, every Halo fan's dream. I kind of imagine if you grew up with Halo and you played Halo, you're just like in bliss. Like I have a Halo ring just at my fingertips to explore at my leisure. I can just sit here and enjoy it for what it is. I can go and capture different things. I can go do storyline stuff. Just the way that they've placed this into an open world format without it being overwhelming or feeling like stuff is just packed in there for the sake of being packed in there. All of it feels so finely crafted and tuned for the vision that 343 Industries set out. And it is a complete and total triumph and a complete and total redemption from what they put out with Halo 5. I couldn't be happier, man. I could not be happier that this is what they ended up giving us. Unbelievable work all the way around.
Let me see. The Banished are using a modification of the Covenant's BattleNet protocol. Pretty easy to push through, and done. I've removed this location from their system. We're safe here.
LZ secure.
You got the music, all of it. It's great. Yeah, you're always going to have people downing the game, man. You're always going to have people who are never happy no matter what. People that are entitled, they lack context. They're just the very loud vocal minority, Alice. You got to ignore them, and when you get the opportunity to and they get in your face, you got to mock them. It's the best response to it.
Solid ground. As good as this feels. Please tell me we can go. Did you find the weapon you were looking for? Can we go?
This dude just wants to get back to his kid and his
Cortana.
wife. Yeah.
But she... This is all her fault.
It isn't Cortana. Tell him.
But it's classified.
Permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat.
See, I don't believe that. There ain't no way they're killing Cortana off screen. Ain't gonna happen.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Oh my god, I love weapons so much. She makes me so happy. This game exudes next generation in all aspects. I said that a little bit earlier. Those who've been from the beginning of the stream, I know I'm repeating myself a little bit for some of the new folks on, but the game is such an excellent example of what the next generation is capable of.
I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here. Here is the
This is our first look at kind of the open world and the map and some of the things that you'll be able to
This is our
unlock
current
as you go
location.
throughout this world. And
This was, until 2 minutes ago, a banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Chief, what is she talking about?
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into banished hands. Well, pause. They have paused.
they have plots.
Each one is associated with a territory. Here is the location of the UNSC
I love
signal
her.
I've been tracking.
I love her.
Here are 2 more fobs.
Mark it. Let's go.
Let's go. What? There? Siempre hay algo contigo. Déjame en paz, por favor.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to shut down the stream here. We're going to go up and we're going to take this forward operating base. I'm going to look through live chat, and then we're going to go from there. Check out this view of the open world. And the music, classic, man. It's great.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
To some people.
To some.
Here's some of that good stuff right here, guys.
I have a question. I was created to lock down Cortana, but I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
She was our target.
I understand that, but
Facial animations are so good.
is this classified? Because I don't have all the information.
Chief, this is insane. I see banished everywhere. Did you hear me? Everywhere.
What intel did Dr. Halsey give you before your mission?
Halsey only tells people what they need to know.
Fly Pelican straight into enemy territory. No one will ever notice. Great idea, big guy.
I still don't understand why you had to delete her. It feels like something's missing.
Guess what? They noticed. They all noticed. And we've got a banished structure up ahead. Armored. Very heavily armored.
It'll have to wait, I suppose.
How close can you get us?
How close? We're unarmed, and you're asking me how close?
Put us down here.
Here? We're still doing this.
Yes, we are.
Hope this works, because it's as good as it's gonna get.
It's close enough.
Right back into first person. Again, no loading, no nothing. You're just right back into it. Let's get this forward operating base, ladies and gents. I'll go this way this time.
down there.
And you've
We're
just
close
got
to the UNSC signal's
open world Halo, man.
Source.
Beautiful.
Unclear.
Oh,
There's just
it's
too much
great.
chatter
She
on
would
all
imagine
vanished
too.
Channels. I keep hearing the tower. It's probably the main structure we saw as we flew in.
We got a brute down there. Let's fire a rocket there. Love seeing that little red X on the reticule when you get a kill. Helmet off. Get that headshot. Pick up that mangler. Love the mangler. It's so meaty.
You made short work of that, huh? Now to business. Let's lock down Fob Golf.
First forward operating base. Let's see what this gives us.
Let me see. Yes, I was right. All I need to do is chat with the Banished security protocol. And by chat, I mean push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there.
Whoever voices her is so good.
Was that you?
Affirmative.
Affirmative, yeah.
So what, you're going to just rebuild the UNSC? Piece by piece?
Yep.
That's his call. I'm just trying to be helpful.
And I love that
Speaking
too,
of
that
which,
like that's literally your
each
goal as you
pod
run
seems
through it.
to
All
be
makes
linked to the
sense. Like
battle
not
map.
only did they take the risk
And
to
if I
put
do
this
this,
in an open world, but
we
then they
can
made it
piece
work
together
within the
what the
context and
Banished are up to.
structure of the story,
For instance,
right?
over
That they're
here
trying to
is some
tell.
kind of
And that is
Banished
so hard to
outpost.
do successfully.
Purpose.
And they've done it perfectly
Unclear,
here
but
in
it's
Halo
well
Infinite.
defended, so it's definitely worth looking into and blowing up. And here is what I can only describe as someone that the Banished value highly.
Noted.
His bio is interesting. If you want to see for yourself, it's waiting for you in the database. They're tracking UNSC transponders too. Caches containing valuable equipment and intel. Oh no, it looks like there are multiple UNSC squads engaged in trying to survive.
Man, when co-op comes to this, it's going to be so great. I can't wait. Not only will co-op come to the base campaign, but all of the other things that they add, the new biomes, the expansions over time, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So up here, of course, you got your upgrades. We're rocking a couple Spartan cores there. We've got our forward operating base where we can unlock different things where you know, the more forward operating bases you have, the more abilities you have to bring in the weapons that you want, with the skins that you want, the vehicles that you want to prepare yourself at any given time as you're on this Halo. You're in a free world Halo. It's so, guys, it's so cool. It is so cool. We got targets and bounties here. We got a database. We got Banished, Spartan, UNSC, Forerunner archives. We got our skulls that have been implemented here, which you probably have to blow yourself up, you know, and while with a rocket launcher at point blank range while using a repulsor and a grappling hook at an exact angle to even get to the skull, right? So that'll be fun to try to figure out where they are and how to
ready,
get to
Chief?
them.
What do you think?
Check
I already told you that the odds aren't great.
For them.
for them.
Then
I've already.
let's go find out what that signal is.
I love it. Master Chief, I've already told you, says Weapon, that the odds aren't great, and Master Chief's response is for them. I can't say this enough. They have absolutely nailed Master Chief in this game in a way they've never managed to nail before, whether it was Bungie or 343 Industries. He talks often, but he's always himself, and he's not trying to sound cool like in Halo 5 or it's Master Chief. He just speaks regularly, and I absolutely freaking adore it. So check this out, man, when you call in. So right now we don't have access to a mongoose, which is fine. But with any forward operating base, you call in what you want to do. Check this off. Here comes Echo 216. He's going to drop your mongoose off right in front of you. And then you're off into the open world. Off to do whatever you want to do. I love how classic Halo it is, you know?
We're coming up on that outpost we learned about at the fog.
Uh-oh.
Looks like some kind of salvage operation. What's our move?
Shut it down.
So I've taken out this this silo in my main game, and it unlocks so much other stuff. It's ridiculous, but I think that's probably a good place to end here tonight, guys. At least for now. Let's go ahead and end the game here. I'm gonna hop into the main chat here. Let's take a look at some comments tonight before we shut down. And thank you guys again for being patient tonight. We didn't get going until, geez, let's see. We've been going for 2.5 hours, so. Yeah, we didn't get going until almost 8:30 Eastern instead of the typical 5:30 to 6. Work and life kind of picked up a little bit for me here today, so appreciate you guys being patient. Let's take a look at your live chats here. We'll talk a little bit before we head into this weekend. Pretty pumped. Pretty pumped for this weekend. It'll be a good time. We're going to go out and do some things and see where it goes from there. I love that. I love the Halo music, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Savage Dragoon says, bro, I hella hope Matrix movie and game is good. Anybody remember the last Matrix game? I might be the only human who enjoyed it. No, man, I do remember it. It was on PlayStation 2. And I remember like slowing down time, and you had like the little ticker or the little timer where you only had a certain amount of time where you could use it. I remember just abusing it like crazy. And you had like the spirals in the shots that you were firing. I distinctly remember it like kind of felt like it kind of got a little bit repetitive with that, but it still maintained a certain level of polish, I guess, and I'd say, and shine that. Despite being a game based off a movie you would expect would be totally crappy, like it was a solid game. Like I would probably give that like a 7.5. Like I enjoyed it. I played it. I beat it. But man, it's been a long time, man. You threw that one out there. It's been a while since I played that. But yeah, I enjoyed that. The Matrix game on PS2 was much better than it got credit for being. I didn't know there was a Matrix game coming out, actually. I knew that I saw the trailer earlier tonight before I hopped on here for the new Matrix, which looks, oh yeah, it looks good. We'll see. It kind of sitting on the edge. Like it has the potential to be horrible, but it also has the potential to be amazing. Like I can't tell from the trailer which one it's going to lean into, but we'll see where it goes. Hopefully it's great. I didn't finish Infinite Campaign, but I'm halfway through and got most multiplayer unlocks. Nice, dude. That you're already halfway through. That's kind of crazy. Can't get over how much I love it. I'm really excited to spend more time with it, both in the single player campaign and continue my way through multiplayer, which I had a really bad experience with last week. We'll talk about that another time. I'm not going to go on a big rant for it now, but oh my God, the feels with the music in this game, classic status, no question, dude. They've done an incredible job of taking the best parts of the older entries and making them very up front and center, real and present in Halo Infinite in the best ways. And yet they do it in a way that doesn't completely and totally dominate every aspect of the game. What a balance to strike by 343 Industries. I'm amazed that they've been able to pull that off, and I'm glad to hear that apparently continues to be a theme. And the experience, the further you move throughout the game. Not going to lie, Cortana is hotter than I remembered. Well, if you're talking about weapon, I was saying earlier, like, she reminds me of my wife a little bit in the fact that, like, she's so cute, but she's also adorable. And that's a dangerous combination. That's, like, the best combination in the world. That's way better than a girl who's just simply really attractive. Because like those things to me are like the most like the attractive thing ever. Also, my wife is also a complete and total badass. On top of having those things, she's like every shade of gorgeous and pretty and beautiful and all that stuff. Like I talk about those two being a powerful combination. She's just like this giant melting pot of just, incredible different traits and things like that. I honestly can't believe she exists, let alone that I get to be with her. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Weapon. We'll just leave it at that. You can't replay missions, FYI. Yeah, you can't replay them now, but they did say that that's coming. So you'll be able to replay them in the future, which I think is really cool. And I'm looking forward to doing that in campaign co-op, because it seems like from what I've played, this open world is really just, man, has it been designed for co-op. It's going to be, the lid is going to come flying off this title with campaign once you can bring a friend or two with you. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. Unfortunately, we're still quite a few months away from that. But listen, like, so what? Right? So what? It'll buff out. It's going to buff out. It's going to be all good. Time's going to pass. It'll be here before you know it. As long as the campaign is this good and the multiplayer is this good and this polished across the board, something that I thought would have bothered me a whole lot more suddenly becomes incredibly trivial and really doesn't matter in the overall scale of things because of the high level of quality and polish that exists here out of the gate. But no, I hear you. Yeah, it'll be here. No worries on that. RSJ fans, that kind of stinks. Yeah, it does. But like I said, they'll be able to play soon, so that's good. I don't care what anyone says. Open world works well with Halo. It works amazing with Halo, dude. Oh yeah, you're right about that. Watch other devs follow 343 after this, no question. Blood Shadow is such a good skin. Make sure to find those Mulchinair boxes. Oh, I will be. Really looking forward to thoroughly exploring every inch of this world. Master Chief doesn't say a lot, but just enough to be a badass. Yeah, and it's not like too, like in the earlier games where he would literally talk like 4 times a game and it just was like some corny one-liner. Like in this, he talks regularly, but he's like brief and to the point, and it makes so much sense based on what he's been through and the trauma that he's seen and kind of like this, this betrayal that he's going through. But I love that they still are allowing him to talk far more than they did in the earlier parts of the franchise. And he's the best he's ever been, in my opinion, by far and away. Like, not even a question. I think this is the perfect encapsulation of everything that Master Chief should be, and I'm thrilled to see it. Alice Foster says it's free to play Unreal Engine 5 demo of Matrix. It's called Awaken. Free to download yesterday. It looks out of this world, kind of like a tech demo, dude. You should get on that. You should get on that, Savage Dragoon. Sounds like Alice Foster's got your back. That's what it's all about right here on the channel, man. People meeting one another, doing life together, hanging out, talking about games, and hopefully enjoying the content that this sorry person over here is putting out. Stefan Gaman says that first mission has so much nostalgia from the first mission in Combat Evolved, getting off an exploding ship. I thought the same thing too. So neat. They've done so many like little subtle things like that call back to the original games. Like even just seeing the Halo or the holograms of Atriox in the ships as well kind of calls back to seeing the prophets and stuff. And it's just, yeah, there's like it's a love letter to older fans of the franchise while still modernizing it in a way that can appease anybody, right? Anybody. And especially people who have gotten sick and tired of traditional first-person shooters and what the genre has to offer. This game, along with Doom Eternal single-player campaign, is the cure to that. Even if you're not a big first-person shooter fan in general, we've covered on this channel and some of my more traditional YouTube videos why Halo Infinite's multiplayer is worth playing, even if you're kind of in that camp where you're just not interested in competitive multiplayer. You're not interested in first-person shooters anymore because they're all the same and you just get mollywopped all the time. Halo Infinite, man, get on it. If you're sitting in that camp, I can't say that enough. Savage Dragoon says, can I download on Xbox? Alice Foster says, I think so, Savage. Probably on the Microsoft Store. Or as Jay Fan says, oh, good. Not on Game Pass. Yep. Savage Dragoon does not say nice. Savage Dragoon says noise. There's a difference. Facts. Waiting for you to drop that full Halo Infinite review, Bauer. Videos are top notch, sir, says Savage Dragoon. Dude, thank you so much for that. Let me just give you my thoughts and plans on that here before we shut down here tonight. So my goal is to record the vast majority of that video, hopefully all of it late Saturday or Sunday night. I've got footage that I've been kind of pulling over this week that I've captured from every single one of those playthroughs. So I essentially take the clips and the photos that I've saved and I'm uploading them to my OneDrive, which then I can bring into my video editor right from my computer. That is going to be a massive project because what I'm going to essentially do is kind of talk about my history with the Halo franchise and how I originally viewed it. And you guys will hear me say in there that I felt for the longest time Master Chief was terrible. The Halo franchise was overrated, especially the first game in the franchise. I'm going to lay the foundation for everything. We're going to talk about those viewpoints and then kind of this journey leading from PlayStation into Xbox for the first time and then going through this journey and kind of documenting it. And then I'm literally going to review, maybe like shorter types of reviews, but as a PlayStation fan, review each game. Halo Combat Evolved, how I feel about it, how I felt about it. Going into Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, and Halo 5. And yes, Halo Infinite and how much I've enjoyed with Halo Infinite, but I'm going to cover each and every one of these specifically and then tie them back into this overall journey and experience that I've taken through the Halo franchise leading into Infinite and my thoughts on Infinite, and I'm going to all tie it up with how much I've ended up enjoying and loving the series as a result. It's been as a video gamer, it has been such an awesome experience and such really honestly a surreal one to go from being a PlayStation fanatic, who always also was a Nintendo fan because I grew up with Nintendo. I've always had Nintendo, and then when PlayStation came out, it was mostly PlayStation. I always had a Nintendo, but I never had an Xbox until my Xbox Series X, as you guys know from my videos I put out here covering that. That's still my most successful video. There's like 33,000 views on it, which is just crazy to me. But people seem to be really interested in kind of the journey from Sony over to Xbox. So I'm going to kind of review all of those things and then tie it all back to the overlying framework and structure of being a former PlayStation fan and kind of watching and experiencing those, my perspective on the franchise change in real time. And the way I'm going to do that, man, I have so much footage to capture. I've got so much to put in there. I'm hoping to get it done by the end of next week, but that's going to require me to spend hours and hours and hours every night at the cost of spending time with the kids and the wife and all that good stuff in order to get that out. That's got to be a passion project. My traditional videos, they take a lot of time. They take a lot of time to put out. The ones I put out recently haven't been those types of passion projects like some of the others have been, like my Horizon series and that PlayStation moving to Xbox video as well. So shoot the footage Sunday night and hopefully get it out by the end of next week. But if we need another day or two, that's okay. That's the next video coming. And then we got one coming for RSJ fan on whether a Nintendo Switch is worth picking up. And I'm going to open that video, a little bit of a spoiler alert, RSJ, on kind of framing up the different perspectives, right? It depends, right? The answer on how you view that. Are we going to be viewing that through the perspective of, is this the only console that somebody's going to get? Like between PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, is it worth buying in that instance? Or are we asking the question, is a Nintendo Switch worth having and adding to what you currently have? We're going to cover all of that as well in the following video. And then we're going to get into some really interesting content I'm very excited about. And we're going to continue to stream all the way through this holiday season. But appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, definitely look forward to my review of the entire Halo franchise and all those mainstream entries and my experience and what's led up to this point. And also we'll cover in there why I love Halo Infinite as much as I do. So that will be great. That's coming up next. But yeah, a whole lot of time and effort. It's almost overwhelming just thinking about all of the resources that are going to go into that video, but you shoot the footage and you go from there. I hope you guys really enjoy that when that comes out, and I appreciate you being patient because we did not get a video out this week. It's just been a lot of live streams, so thanks for hanging in tight there, but appreciate the kind words as always. Savage Dragoon there. And finally we get Ellis Foster. As soon as you hear that music, if you're a fan, that alone makes the neck hair stand up. Oh yeah, dude, I had some of the Halo music going, so I got my 5th workout in this week. I've been crushing. Some of you guys have been so sweet. You've talked about like, oh, I've seen some of you guys who have seen my like earlier videos when I first started, like just over a year and 3 or 4 months ago when I first put out my initial videos. I was a big dude. I go through phases where I'm like a big dude and I'm like a little bit skinnier and then I'm bigger. But I've never really been on pace like this. I've made a legitimate lifestyle change. I'm all into like working out and losing weight and eating healthy and all that kind of stuff. But to get through that workout today, man, I was really dragging it. I was like, just got to get through it. And I put on one of the Halo themes. I think it was from Halo 3. And it was like my last half mile and my 2.5 mile like high intensity interval training. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get to the end of this. I put that theme on. And when I was done, I was like, I feel like I could run another mile. Like, it was ridiculous. I love video game music. I've been using a lot of I've been listening to a lot of Octopath Traveler and some music from the East series. The last half of Sunshine Coastline from East 8. You want to talk about, you need to lift and get those last couple reps. You want to get to the end of a hard cardio session, pop that tune on. But Halo, absolutely great. Yeah, the music to me is one of the most important aspects of any game. And even if a game is overall mediocre or not really all that great, if it's got a fantastic franchise or an OST, I'm in. I'm in just to experience that music. My dude literally took a Halo journey for real. Yeah, you're not kidding, dude. I really did. And it's amazing I was able to kind of figure out a way to fit it all in, and I got it done literally hours before Halo Infinite dropped on Wednesday. I was able to finally tie a bow on Halo 5 after playing through all of those and to head in here with a fresh set of eyes. It has been just such an abject joy, and what a great session it was here tonight playing through the campaign a little bit. You guys will see me playing a ton of multiplayer. I've said this for months leading up to the launch of multiplayer. I said no a long time ago to any traditional first-person shooter this year. I pushed all my chips to the center of the table, and I said, damn it, I'm playing Halo Infinite, whether it sucks, whether it's great, or somewhere in between. Like, that is my go-to multiplayer offering for this year and this season. Like, that's what I'm dedicating to. I don't care about Call of Duty. I really don't care about Battlefield, despite being a huge fan of that historically. I knew what was coming. None of that was a shock to me. If you guys have been following this channel, you would have seen I've been calling that for well over a year, that it was going to be terrible. And unfortunately, we just kind of watched it launch in that state. And again, I say this all the time. You don't have to have a crystal ball to see these things playing out and to be able to kind of tell where things are going. I've had a number of people be like, how did you know? And I'm like, I just kind of paid a little bit of attention, right? But it's just so nice that all of that worked out and that Halo Infinite is as great as it is. Because, man, what a great decision to go all in on a title of this caliber and this quality, and to just be able to go through the whole franchise and to kind of experience the pinnacle of it here and now and get done with it just in time for launch. It's been a total joy, while also playing other games like Shin Megami Tensei 5, East 9 on the JRPG front, playing a little bit of Forza Horizon 5, Hitman 3. Really got a really good diversity and strong a lot of different genres going on this year. We played through a lot of games, but we're still able to make it through the entire Halo franchise. And with limited time, a full-time job, and 2 kids and a wife, I'm really proud of that. I'll be honest with you. I've given up all of my other hobbies for the most part in order to maintain my love for this medium. And I just feel so privileged and overjoyed to have watched it grow from, really from just a niche hobby like with Pong and Mario and Dr. Mario and Contra and stuff like that, to like a legitimate storytelling device and medium that can rival any that exist. And it continues to evolve. And I love being part of that. I'm 35 years old. I'll be 36. I've I've been playing daily, guys, since I was like 2.5, and that's no joke. I got video evidence of it. Maybe I'll put that on a video here on my channel here sometime soon. I'll show you guys me pulling out my mom's skirt, asking her if I can play Double Dragon, you know, for her 34th birthday, which, by the way, is crazy because I'm 35, and I'm like looking at my mom at 34 in that video. But just continuing to see this medium grow, it's been so cool. And I love sharing that love and that passion with you guys out there too, because I know I'm not the only one who's been, you know, legitimately changed and impacted by video games in my life. Got me through some of the toughest times, and my faith number one, but beyond that, like, you know, games, man, just, yeah, it's special to me. I know it's special to all of you out there too. And I just love talking with people and hearing about how it's impacted them positively as well. And it's always a pleasure to sit here with my subscribers and sit here with you folks and just spend time together. It's always going to be a joy, no matter how far this channel goes. It's just awesome. I love each and every one of you, and I hope all is well for you on the other side of that lens. Take a look at our last comments here, and then we'll shut down for the evening. The part that confuses me on Sony doing that is does Sony have to do it, or are they wanting to copy but fail at copying Xbox? Yeah, whatever they're doing to emulate Game Pass will ultimately fail, because Game Pass has the infrastructure to back it. They've got the investment to back it. They're willing to release massive juggernaut titles like your Halo Infinites of the world on day one through there, and Sony's not doing that. Sony has no interest in doing that. They don't have the infrastructure to develop a good experience. It is ultimately a complete and total waste of time, because Sony is nowhere near ready for something like that. Alice says, you do a very good job, Bauer, and your platform will continue to grow. I'm really surprised more people don't know about you. I appreciate that. I've heard that from a lot of people, and I'll tell you what, I know why that is. The reason is because right now, essentially, like, I'm a small upcoming fledgling channel, but the issue is that I don't have PR behind me. I don't have search engine optimization. I don't have marketing. A lot of these other folks put a lot of time and effort and a lot of times money into that, and I think that's great. Honestly, when I made the decision at 34 years old, after kicking around I kicked around the idea of being on YouTube in 2008 when I was still back in college. I wanted to do it so badly. Actually, back in 2006, 2007, and for the longest time, it was always like this pipe dream. I was like, yeah, I could do that, but there was always a reason to not do it. And then when my wife gave me the go ahead to spend all this money to buy a new laptop and all these lights and a video editor and all the things that are needed to kind of get going, you don't need to spend the kind of money I did. Like, if you're out there with just kind of like a basic camera, a basic microphone and stuff, like, I went all out because we were very blessed and very fortunate to be in a position to be able to kind of legitimately invest in this. You know, but when that happened, I was 34 years old with a 4 or 5 year old and a 2 year old, and I knew that maybe getting to consistency would be, you know, to be consistent would be a struggle at first, and I've gotten a lot better with that in 2021. I'm very happy about that, and but the issue is I have not had the time to really put all of this time and effort into proper search engine optimization, into marketing myself. So everything right now is word of mouth. I've been so humbled by the amount of people that have come in and said, like, dude, I watch you over Angry Joe. Like, I watch your videos over, like, name whatever YouTuber here. But a lot of times people say it's so hard to find you, and it's because I have not had the time. I just simply haven't had the time to develop that knowledge or skill set yet. And that's what it's all about here. I'm doing all this new, guys. I'm learning it all on my own. The lighting, learning it on my own. Video editing, I literally bought an editor, and I've just been teaching myself for the last year and, a year and a half, year and 4 months. Shooting footage, all that stuff. I'm a one-stop shop with a full-time career and, like, a family to take care of. So it's a little bit slower maybe than I might anticipate, but honestly, I say this all the time. The best thing you can do to help me out is just share these videos and share these live streams and my videos wherever you can, whether it's on social media. Just take the time to copy the link and paste it wherever you can and tell people, hey, you might like this guy if you enjoy this kind of stuff, or I enjoy this for that reason. Active sharing is the most important thing you can do for me. I'm just super proud I was able to make the monetization requirements within that 12-month period. That to me, it was very daunting to kind of start out, and the fact that I made that, was able to get monetized with, you need like 1,000 subscribers and 400 hours of watch time within a 12-month period, or else it resets. Like that to me was like such, like, that was so humbling to be able to make that. And you guys know I haven't turned on monetization. I have no interest for that. I honestly believe that at some point I will be a much, much bigger, 5, maybe even 10 years from now. Who knows how long it'll take? Maybe it'll happen faster. But honestly, man, I'll never be different than what you see of me here today. I'll always just kind of be hanging out with you guys, doing life together, talking about whatever games are coming out and everything in between. Like, that's just my goal. It's just to meet people and just like share how games have positively impacted our lives, and just spread our passion for this incredible medium. That's all I want to do, is just hang out, play games together, and love up on one another. So appreciate the kind words, Ellis Foster, about that. But that's pretty much what it boils down to. I just haven't yet had the opportunity or the time to really put a whole lot of time and effort into like marketing myself. It's, just getting stuff out consistently is pretty much all the capacity and bandwidth I have at the moment. But any active sharing you guys can do, liking. If you haven't liked this live stream yet, maybe do that. That helps. Commenting, all that stuff. It sounds so little, but it really is so unbelievably helpful. So thank you guys for being early subscribers and supporting me here. Really appreciate it. And like I said, no matter whether I go far or not, I'll never forget y'all. And we'll always be addressing you and talking to you and spending time together. So honestly, the fact that one person, let alone almost 1,200 at this point, care about what I have to say and are finding value on how I'm presenting things in my videos and the live streams I put up, is a dream come true. I mean, it really is. And I'm very humbled by it. So thank each and every one of you for that. And for the kind words there, Ellis. Thanks. High five, Bauer. High five to you, RSJ fan. All right. Naked HD is back. So let's block them quickly before we move on. There we go. Savage Dragoon says later. RSJ fan says I agree completely. And Frank Yeager, who I didn't even know was here, says good night. Good night to you as well, Frank Yeager. Frank Yeager, I know in my personal life, one of the best people I've ever known, ever met. Just a wonderful human being. Has his hands full right now with some family stuff. All the best to you, man. Thanks for spending time here as always, Frank Yeager. Alice Foster says, I got you always, like before I see your videos. Cheers, man. I like the emoji there. I appreciate that. Savage Dragoon says, all day, bro. Gotcha. Most appreciated. Feeling the love here tonight, guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Tomorrow will be good. Like I do every Saturday, I'm going to get up early, probably around 6:30. Spend 15, 20 minutes in the Bible, talk to God a little bit, and then just play some games before the kids get up and we head out to do some holiday season stuff. I also love the holiday season because it's fun to just kind of like see the joy in your kids when you kind of take them out, and then we were looking at lights, or you take them to the amusement park for the Christmas themed stuff, or you go cut out the tree, cut down the tree, which was last Sunday, which was great. Really looking forward to that, but it's also nice to get up early on the weekends before anybody's up, spend a little time with the Lord, and then just kind of hang out and play some games before the sun rises. It's just awesome. I mean, I really enjoy that time every week. So I'm going to run for now. Thank you guys so much, as always, for spending time right here with Bauer Kills on the channel. Great session with Halo's campaign tonight. I mean, guys, a whole lot more coming on Halo. Expect a lot more Arsenal streams. You're going to see probably a couple of them throughout the week, maybe later evenings during the weekdays when the kids go down and the wife's in bed. Probably maybe sometime, if we're not spending time together, my wife and I, probably around 9:30 Eastern time to maybe 11:30, 12. we'll be playing some Halo Infinite multiplayer, maybe some Halo campaign, or maybe we'll be playing some Shin Megami 5. Maybe we'll be playing some Horizon, some Hitman, whatever games are out there that you guys want to see. You just keep me in the loop, and we'll make sure to get them out there. And I might be getting in Tales of Arise here soon. We'll see how that goes. I can't get myself too spread out. I've got so many RPGs. I've got so many RPGs. I got to start ending them. I've got to beat East 9 this weekend. I've been talking about it for far too long, and then I just keep pushing it off because I want to play Halo. But this weekend, I am going to put a pin in East 9 and go from there. But I gotta reveal my JRPG side to you guys, because believe it or not, that's the franchise that resonates, or not, yeah, the franchise. That is the genre that resonates with me the most, and I think always will. And so I gotta showcase that side to you guys a little bit too, some point here in the near future. But I love each and every one of you guys. Have fun. Have a great night. Happy holidays. Well, that's not here quite yet. Let me change that to happy weekend. Hope nobody has to work. Hope you get a chance to kick your feet up and relax. But either way, thank you for being here. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. God bless. And we'll see you guys in the next live stream and soon in the next video as well. Have a great night, everybody.